on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Headliners Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy Headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that Chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on?
Woo!
Kyle, the season's here, Kyle. We have been doing off-season content for what feels like forever. But the season is finally here. And what a better way to spend it with the people in the community, talking some last-minute drafts, some people I saw with some trade questions. We're getting ready for week one. It's gonna be fun, Kyle. We're gonna hang out here for the next 90 minutes or so with the people. But right off the bat, I mean, George.
What about George?
I mean,
Georgie P.
Georgie, can we call him Georgie P? Because if I try to say his last name, I'm not gonna do a good job.
I'm gonna start calling him Platamino Bay.
Plamanturas. Georgie Plamanturas. 10 gifted members. If you got one from George, be sure to say thank you for sure.
And can we get a little hashtag George spamming in the chat right now?
Hashtag George up in the chat.
Oh,
Appreciate that, George.
We got some donations already rolling through as well. Sloth with the $9.99 donation. Quarterback is Herbert and Watson. Running back Chubb, Pollard, Lomandre, Khalil Herbert, Jalen Warren, and Tank Bigsby. Wide receivers Ayuk, London, Zay Jones, and Marvin Mims. He's got Bass as his kicker and the Bills defense. How bad am I looking? Honestly, your wide receivers scare me.
Yes.
A lot.
Having to start with Ayuk and London is a little scary.
Yeah.
Having Ayuk or London on your team, not so scary. Having to start them every week, kind of scary a little bit. I mean, you got solid running backs with Chubb and Stevenson and Walker. Actually, no, that's the next one. That's Ginger. Man, you got Chubb, Pollard, and Ramondre. That's who you have. But I mean, that's solid. I don't know though if you don't get anything from Ayuk or London quickly, it's gonna get kind of scary.
If
Otherwise,
Khalil
though, the team
Herbert
is good.
Snaps off a big game at the beginning of the season, trade him for a wide receiver,
for a more consistent wide receiver for sure.
Ginger with the $5 dono. Rate my team out of 10. All right, I'm going to go out of 20 here, but don't tell me how to rate the team. I'll rate the team however I want to. Ginger.
We'll rate them out of 634 if we want to.
All right. Whoa, my light fell down. Holy cow, that scared the crap out of me.
Wow.
Did you see me duck too? I was like, defensive
You thought the world was ending?
Woo! Richardson and Rogers at quarterback. Chubb, Stevenson, Walker at running back. St. Brown, McLaurin, Kirk at wide receiver. Komet at tight end, then Swift, Sky Moore, Nico Collins, Damien Harris, thank you. So if I had to rate your team out of 2,365,000 134. I would give that a 2,035,152.
In other words, let me put this in this. It's like an 8.7.
Yeah.
We're going to go with like an 8.7 out of 10. Honestly, overall, love the team. If McLaurin can bounce back from turf toe fairly quickly, it's going to be a lot better. But that's probably the biggest question mark I see as of right now. Still love Kirk there as well with Sky Moore and Nico on the bench. Overall, super solid team.
Matthew Cote with the $5 dono. Cup is out. Who should I start? I'm going to be honest here.
Yeah.
I do not listen to start and sit advice right this second. Like, I could tell you if I'm looking at this with Tony, Lazard, Nico, Jacoby, and Van Jefferson, without knowing if it's half full, whatever it is, safest bet is probably Jacoby Myers. Highest upside is probably Kadarius Toney or Van Jefferson. But we start our research tonight for week 1.
Yeah,
so...
week one will kick off tomorrow. It's going to be really hard. I know a lot of people want to set lineups like a week early, but so much can change, right? And like you said, we'll be able to give you some ideas based off of the surface, but there's going to be a lot more information that comes out over the next couple days where things could change. So even if you hear something tonight, be sure to be watching the start-sit videos, which, yes, start on Tuesday of this upcoming week, to make sure nothing's changed in between.
Woo! We got a lot of donos coming in right now. Let's scroll back down here a little bit real quick. We're going to go with the $20 dono from Chris. 12-team PPR keeper, 12 pick, keeping AJ, I'm assuming Brown in the 3rd, Fields in the 15th, most top running backs and wide receivers gone by the 1-2 turn. If Henry is gone, should I go with ETN, Gibbs tier, and Olave, or just go Olave and Waddle and punt running back until the 4th? Well, if most top running backs are gone and you're not keeping a running back, you're not going to want to punt running backs because then you're really going to be screwed. Personally, since you have A.J. Brown as a keeper, I probably go with ETN and Gibbs over one of those two and Olave.
Yeah, if you don't, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And so many people are like, oh, man, but I'm going to corner the wide receiver market or positional advantage, which is the biggest lie in fantasy football because, yeah, sure, you can have positional advantage somewhere, but that just means you're sacrificing it somewhere else. We're not trying to trade points at positions. We're trying to score the most at all of them. So, yeah, I don't think I would punt it either. I'd be sure to grab at a minimum 1, if not 2.
Fill in the blank. Becoming a new member of Holden Chubb, which
Phil?
is weird because Phil has been a member before, but he's got like the 2-year.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
I know, so that's weird that it's showing up as a new sub. YouTube be wilding right now.
Yeah.
J Noise, what's going on, Jesse? With the $10 dono, dropping my last minute pre-draft number 2, so he's pooping and watching us, and get to chat with the legends. Damn, that's what's up. I
mean, I appreciate you tuning in, Jesse. I mean, just the mental picture, though. I mean, I could have done without that.
Aiden with the $2 dono. Trade DK, Walker, and Njoku for Amon-Ra and Godwin. Is that Kenneth Walker, I'm assuming?
I'm guessing that's Kenneth Walker.
I probably don't do that. Unless you've got like a stable of running backs and your wide receivers are not very good, I probably don't do that, but I can't answer that question unless I know your entire team.
I would have to say you have to have 2 other solid starting running backs in order to consider that. If Walker is one of your top 2, then I probably don't.
James with the $2 donation. Trade London for Deontay Johnson. I have Pickens. No, I would not stack Deontay Johnson and Pickens together.
No, because you don't want to ever. We don't mind stacks, right, Kyle? We like stacking. Yeah. We don't like stacking 2 people at the same position on the same team. Like that's a little bit too much for me.
Lit Nick with the $5.69
Lit
donation.
Nick in the house.
What's up, Nick? If we get 20 new members, not from Gifted, I'll donate 20 to match that. What the F is up, headliners? We are back.
Wow. So he's saying
we
need
20 new members in this stream that are not gifted, he will also donate 20 new members to the stream.
Whew, that's a challenge to the people right there.
Ooh, I like challenges. Nathan Dennison sent a $10 donation, but retracted his message. So, Nathan, I'm not sure what I can do to help you there. Yep. Ace Cesar.
What up, Ace?
It's scrolled down. There it is. With the $5 dono, I have Ridley. Would you take Fields for Lawrence for the stack? Would you trade Fields? I have Trevor Lawrence over Justin Fields.
I mean, I have him super close, but I couldn't go one way or the other and just say that I don't like it. So I have no issues if you want to stack those two together.
Yeah, that's more of a personal kind of just what do you feel better about.
Right.
Sebastian with the $5 donation in the Superflex 8-team draft tonight, number 7 pick. Should I prioritize getting Kelsey plus a top 10 QB in the 2 rounds? Or try to go with 2 top 10 QBs? Love you, gents. In a Superflex league, I'm probably not going to draft Travis Kelsey in the first round. And here's why. Because more than likely, you're going to have to spend a pick on a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. You're not going to have a choice either way. And I actually did a mock draft with this a few weeks back. If you spend those first 2 picks on quarterback and tight end, one of your other positions are really going to be hurting, whether it be running back or wide receiver. So
especially if there's a quarterback run, right? If there's another quarterback run, all of a sudden you got to take another one in the 3rd, and you have no running backs or wide receivers by the 4th round. Yep. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm skipping on Travis Kelsey. Now, this is an 8-team league, he said. So you could end up lucking out and still having a plethora of options at those positions. Me personally, I would plan on going probably running back and quarterback in the first 2 rounds, just see how your draft goes. And then after that, maybe spend a pick on a tight end. But I couldn't do that.
Right.
Stephen Bear sending his first super chat with the $5 donation.
Appreciate you, Steven.
What up, Steven? Have Chubb. Should I start Swift, Gibson, or Hall week 1? Again, I can't tell you one way or another. More than likely, I would probably say Swift out of this group and not feel great about it.
Yes, I mean, it's kind of a similar situation for all these guys, right? Swift in a split backfield where we really don't know what kind of volume he's going to get. Antonio Gibson in a split backfield with Brian Robinson. Really don't know what to expect in that new offense with a new offensive coordinator. Breece Hall coming off the injury, splitting the backfield touches with Aaron Rodgers in a difficult matchup. Like, there's so much unknown. I have to agree that as of right now, I would probably lean, if you wanted to be safer, Gibson, a little bit more risky than Swift. But like I said, that could definitely change in the coming days when we start doing our week 1 research.
No, wait. Oh, wow. I got to scroll way back up here. Whew. All right. Odori Hines becoming a member for the 22nd straight month. My team, 8 THRD.
My team, 8th round. My team, 8th. Oh, maybe he's through 8 rounds and this is his current team. No, he's got 4 picks.
Yeah, he's got more picks there. All right, we're gonna rate it. Hurts at the quarterback position.
Love it.
Bjorn Robinson, Bijan's French brother.
Exactly. Bjorn in the chat. Absolutely.
Yeah, Bjorn, not really sure not really sure when he got drafted. Maybe a free agent. Ramondre Stevenson, Breece Hall, then Pittman, Godwin, Waller, Bateman, Gabe Davis, Quentin Johnston, Ashane, Hubbard, Tucker, Philadelphia defense, Hodgins, Hunter Henry.
I'm most worried about the wide receivers.
Yeah, Pittman and Godwin is your 1 and 2.
And Godwin.
Scary.
And then Bateman really isn't somebody that we can overly count on either. For sure. Quentin Johnston. Love Quentin Johnston. What's that going to look like in L.A.? New offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. We still got Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler. So I feel like you're going to be at the mercy of your wide receivers the first few weeks, and we really need them to pop off. A good thing about Michael Pittman, I mean, me and Kyle love ourselves some Anthony Richardson, and the Colts don't have very many people to throw the football to, right? They got Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, and Josh Downs, and that's about it, especially with the Jonathan Taylor drama. Maybe we see a little bit more target volume going towards Pittman, so you have to cross your fingers on that one.
Drake's with the $2 donation, his very first super chat here. Appreciate you, Drake's. Nathan Dennison, I'm very excited for this year. I got Lawrence, Chubb, Bijan, Hill, Kittle, and DJ Moore in my lineup. I somehow got Bijan in the 3rd round.
You say third round? The
Did I really put water in here, or did I put something else in here?
I mean, that can't be right, is it?
I got to be drunk right now because I don't think I heard that correctly.
Why can't I ever be in a league where that happens?
I mean, would I trade Bijan? Not if you got him in the third round, I wouldn't.
No, because like you have nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much opportunity there. No way.
You have Chubb and Bijan as your 1 and 2. Tyreek Hill is your number 1 wide receiver, and DJ Moore is your wide receiver 2.
I mean, I couldn't stand up right now, Kyle, if I wanted to.
No.
Because our stream would be flagged for inappropriate content.
Exactly.
Not because I don't have shorts on, but it's more so that lineup right there absolutely excites me. If I had a Chubb meter, it would be full.
Yeah, I'm
just saying.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Yeah, I'm faded right now because I just have no idea how that would have happened. I got to go all the way back up here real quick. Jordan or Nathan, appreciate the $10 donation though. Jordan with the $5 donation. Fields, Pierce, Gibbs, Chase Wilson, Waller, Ridley, Koo with Dalvin Cook, Herbert, Mitchell, Elijah Moore, JSN, and Freiermuth on the bench. Any suggestions to improve your roster? That's a pretty darn good roster. I'd run with it right now.
Yeah, I'm obviously I would like to have somebody a higher tier than Dameon Pierce, but if Jahmyr Gibbs gets the pass catching volume that we think he's going to get, he's going to make up the difference for a lower ceiling Dameon Pierce. So I'm not touching that lineup either. You don't want to go messing around too early before the season starts.
You know, we got 670 people in here right now, and it's a little concerning to me that we only have 124 likes. I mean, if you're not hitting the like for the live stream, which you should be, I think you should be hitting the like button knowing that this is the last Sunday of the year, that we don't have football.
Yeah. Exactly. And you know what happens? Starting next week, that's when Kyle starts threatening your fantasy teams with likes, right? Because usually in season, he tells you if you don't get it, that one of your players is going to have something negative happen. And I'm not going to bring it out right now in the preseason because I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew right now. But, I mean, just know that's coming for sure.
And who knows? Maybe if we don't get those likes up, I'll just start threatening teams right now.
Oh. Dang, Kyle.
All of my super chats just disappeared. Hold on, I got to go back.
Pancake says he hit the like button as soon as he joined. So Pancakes, I appreciate that.
You also need to hit those live reactions too, like those little hearts that pop up.
What do those do? Does anybody know?
They show us that they love us.
I mean, I am a damn boomer, Kyle. I'm in my 40s. I'm a man. I'm 40. I don't know what that means. If anybody in the chat can tell me, what does it mean when you hit those little hearts and 100s and smiley faces? And I want to know what that does.
Did you see the new way that you can sort YouTube live streams? Don't do it because we could mess it up. I'll do it on my end. You keep yours where it's at just in case. But we can, like, sort the chat by different things now, so it's easier to find.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't do that. That's terrifying. We'll lose everything.
Oh, I already did. That's why I told you not to.
Okay.
Dave becoming a member for the 10th month. He wants us to rate his team in a 12-man full PPR. He drafted it to 1.06. He went A.J. Brown, Romandre, Kenneth Walker, DJ Moore, Trevor Lawrence. I love that start right there is literally like how I've tried to start so many drafts this year. Then Christian Kirk after that, we're still on the same page. David Njoku, Baltimore defense, kicker is Bass, and then on the bench is Bateman, Charbonnet, Traylon Burks, A.J. Dillon, and Quentin Johnston. I don't love the backup wide receivers. I'm still going to give it an A- though.
Yeah, easy A still, 100%. Agreed.
Easy. Dennis Johnson with the $9.99 and a 10-team PPR. Tua and Geno at quarterback. Running backs, Bijan, Connor, Swift, Charbonnet, and Jonathan Taylor. Wide receivers, Adams and Kupp. Traded away Ridley for Kupp. That's not looking great right now. Olave, Amari, and Pittman. Tight end Andrews. Thoughts? I still like that. You still have plenty of good players. Running backs are a little weak, though, unless JT were to come back. So that's my only concern there.
My biggest thought is Dennis. Dennis, eye contact here for just a second, Dennis. We need to get on the same page here, Dennis. Okay, with the whole Cup and Jonathan Taylor thing, we've done our best to warn for weeks, Dennis. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna move forward, and even though we have some things going against us right now, Dennis, we are here for you for the next 18 weeks to try to turn it around, Dennis. For you, Dennis. That is probably the closest I've ever been to Kyle's eye. Like, that is... You can't hear anything you're saying. Were you even saying anything? He wasn't even listening to me.
He wanted eye contact.
Okay, I got you.
I was listening to the whole time. I was just
trying
to give you the eye contact you desired.
Yeah.
Tim Theo with the $5 donation. This is Tim's first super chat here on the live stream. Tim, appreciate you. Nine Tails becoming a member for the first month, or celebrating their first month anniversary here. Rate my team in a 12-team league. Quarterback T-Law, wide receiver Ridley, DJ, McLaurin, Addison, and Pickens. Oh, and Collins. Running back CMC, Jacob, Sanders, and James Cook, and
We're
Herbert. Good. I mean, that's as solid as you can possibly get.
Yeah, that's a straight 9 out of 10 eggplants right there. Easy.
Drakes with the $2 donation. Hill and Henry or Eckler and Garrett Wilson start. I would rather start Eckler and Garrett Wilson.
That I agree with.
Tim Theo with another $5 donation. Rate my team. The starters are Burrow, and then Keenan Allen, Pittman, then Dalvin Cook and Pierce, then Mark Andrews. A-Rod is your quarterback. A.J. Dillon, Sutton, and Juju. Tim, what happened to your running backs?
He's got Dalvin Cook and Dameon Pierce.
Dameon Pierce is being drafted as like an RB3.
Yeah, he's like into like the mid rounds. So I'm guessing that.
Did you start Burrow and Mark Andrews in your draft?
He had to have, right? Because Keenan Allen's not a top 2 pick.
But then who did he take in the 3rd round?
It had to have been. Oh my God. I mean, it had to have been like a Andrews, Burrow, Keenan, Cook, Pierce. Had to be something like that. Maybe, hey, let's give Tim benefit of the doubt, Kyle. Maybe he plays in like a 14-team league.
It could be. Tim, when you send a super chat, though, you really got to make sure that we know that going into it. Because for a 12-team league, that's yikes city, buddy. He
says right there in the chat. He's in the chat. He says it's a super flex, Burrow and Andrews. But he's also got A-Rod. So actually, he probably had to take Aaron Rodgers early, too.
Oh, boy.
For the super flex. I mean, right now, Tim, you need to become the biggest Dalvin Cook supporter in the country. No matter who your team is, you need to go buy a Dalvin Cook jersey. You need to go buy a Dalvin Cook bobblehead. You need to go out and buy a Dalvin Cook T-shirt. You need to go out there, whatever you can find with Dalvin. You need to root for this man to carry your team and just hope that he gets the bulk of the touches.
Jake WTW becoming a member for the 22nd month.
Woo.
12-team PPR, Watson, and then Eckler and Stevenson, Kupp and Moore, Njoku, James Cook, Pittman, Ayuk, Tony, Mims, Algier, Mitchell, Damian Harris, Patriots defense, Jay Sanders. Running backs are not bad. I mean, I like Eckler, Stevenson, and James Cook.
Yep.
I wish you had a little. I wish that you had an RB4 that you might be able to trust a little bit more, but we'll see what happens there.
Right.
Kupp is, I mean, because you're going to have to move more to wide receiver 1, then Pittman into wide receiver 2. Not having Kupp potentially for a while could end up hurting some of your consistency for your team.
Right.
I'd say B. B.
It's a B because of the Kupp news, for sure.
Yep. Donald Kidd dropping a $5 donation. Donald's first chat here with the Fantasy Headliners. Appreciate you, Donald. Rate my team. Quarterback, Kirk Cousins. Running backs, Pollard and Stevenson. Wide receiver, Lamb and D-Hop. Tight end, Waller. Flex, Stevenson. Wait.
You got 2 Stevensons?
You got 2 Stevensons, or you only start 1 running back and Stevenson's your flex, or what happened there? Kirk, Deontay Johnson, Geno Smith. I'd say B+.
Yeah, without knowing what is going on with going double Stevenson on us.
Yep.
Overall, yeah, because I love Waller there for sure. I mean, I don't think I'd carry another quarterback if you already have Cousins, if this isn't a 2-quarterback league, and really put somebody else on the bench with a running back or wide receiver position to kind of turn into a potential lottery ticket. You can just stream a quarterback during the bye, but overall, yeah, it's solid for sure.
Yo, we're 785 people watching now and only 281 likes. I'm not answering another question until I see 350 likes at least on this stream.
While you're waiting for that, Kyle, I am going to address in the chat. I've seen a few people asking about Cooper Kupp, and obviously he is like story number 1. And I'm going to lay it out as blunt as I can lay it out, Kyle. For weeks, I feel like I have said this, and I am not going to change my mind at all. All the people that I see all over the place of buying the dip and buying the discount of Cooper Kupp, that is not what I do in fantasy football, and it's worked out pretty well for us. I'm not trying to draft or take fantasy landmines all over the place. At the time in which you can get Cooper Kupp now, even though it's a discount, you're passing on people that can help you week 1 for a guy that you don't even know when he's going to be able to help you. So I am not interested in Jonathan Taylor or Cooper Kupp. I haven't been for weeks. I haven't drafted them anywhere in any round at any price. I'm not interested. I will readdress that situation in 2024. If they end up going off the end of 2023, then so be it. I'm not willing to risk my season this early on. Kyle, you're at 348, 349. You need one more like to start answering some more questions, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. That's all you need. You're waiting for it. Watch, it's going to pop in. It's going to go well over 350 any second now. I'm waiting. There it is. There you go.
I would like to thank the chat for, it's like my child, you know, it's like you finally did what I asked you to do, but you did it on the 15th time I asked. So it's hard for me to say I'm proud of you because it took me 15 times to ask before you did it.
But it still got done.
So
you're still somewhat proud.
Where it's like, how am I supposed to say thank you for that when you should have done it the first time?
That's because we're old, Kyle. Like, we got that old dad vibe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Rob G with the $10 donation. Rate my team: Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, Quentin Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Jahmyr Gibbs, Darren Waller, Jalen Warren, A.J. Dillon, Devon Shane, Algier, and Hunter Henry. I'm hoping this is a 14 or a 16 team league. Anything less, that's like a C-. Unfortunately, sorry, Rob. Not a big fan of that roster.
It's got a lot of risk in it, right? Christian Watson, huge boomer bust potential. Quentin Johnston, big boomer bust. J.K. Dobbins, big boomer bust. So there is just a lot of risk. If it pays off, you're going to be one of the highest scoring teams in the league. But there's just a lot of if in the lineup for sure.
Michael.
You don't remember, do you, Kyle? I don't either. I feel so bad. I saw Michael's name pop up. Is it Senate or Senate? It's Senate, isn't it?
Senate, I think.
Michael. Is it Michael Senate? Michael, you got to let us know. I try to remember from year to year. But
so
as soon as it popped up, I forgot.
Michael says, give me your top 5 late round bench stashes or undefeated players. Well, actually, week 1 content starts tomorrow with a waiver wire video.
And you have
that's
guys.
Where I'm going to have some bench stashes that you probably should be grabbing onto. But not only that, we've done a couple of deep sleeper videos over the last couple of weeks that will go into detail on some guys that you should be grabbing. I'll give you one right off the bat, though. It should be Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims should be owned in almost every type of league right now.
And I still like Nico Collins a lot late, too.
Nico Collins.
I still look at him as the number 1 guy in Houston.
Also will be in tomorrow's video.
Okay, well, see, I'm sorry. I hated to...
That's okay.
Sorry, Kyle. I hadn't seen tomorrow's video yet.
That's okay.
Please accept my apology. Let the record reflect that I apologize to Kyle on stream.
K. Chu with the $10 donation. Team feedback, please, from the 1.08. Chubb wanted Bijan, but got sniped. Went with Chubb in the first round. Love it. Running backs, Chubb, Aaron Jones, Ramondre Stevenson, Tyler Algier. That's pretty good right there.
Yep.
Lamb, Sutton, and Kirk. You put Sutton second. Kirk is actually your wide receiver, too. Fun fact.
Yep.
Tight end Waller, QB Burrow, and Lawrence.
Whoa.
I'm hoping this is a
It's
super flex
flex
league. If this is a one quarterback league, you definitely hurt yourself by drafting those two quarterbacks.
Right.
But if this is a super flex league, that team is excellent to me. Sutton, after the Jerry Jeudy injury, he didn't look explosive last year is my biggest problem. And my hope is that, his return from the ACL injury just isn't something that we see long term in terms of losing that explosion. But we'll see. I'm indifferent on him. I think he could help. I'm not running to go grab him, though.
Or start him if I have him.
Or start him.
Yep.
James Gunn with the $5 donation, celebrating his first super chat here, which I don't believe is accurate because I thought he super chatted a few minutes ago. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe it's just his first day.
Maybe I'm absolutely, again, already mentioned it, faded.
Yeah.
Biggs O'Neill. Welcome to Holden Chubb, Biggs. Appreciate
what up,
you.
Biggs? Why can't I have a cool name like Biggs O'Neill? Should I get a stage name, Kyle? Should I change my name?
I mean, I have a on-screen name.
Should we create new names this year and put them on the screen and just see who notices? I mean, just to see, I would love to be called something crazy and just have people not realize it's not my real name.
You can call me Damian Davenport.
Wow. I don't think that fits you at all. Like if you said that was your name, I'd be like, that's a lie.
This guy is lying. Michael with the $5 donation.
This
Lamar
is Lanzarado.
Lanzarado. Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jahmyr Gibbs and Stevenson, London Waller, Dotson Dobbins, Eagles, Tyler Bass on the bench, Hall, Robinson, Ingram, Dobbs, Richardson, Mooney, Deshaun Jackson, and Bateman. Brian Robinson, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing it's B-Rob. I'm guessing.
I don't mind that roster.
I don't mind it either. I think it's got a good mixture of safety with upside there. I mean, I don't love having to start Drake London, but at least he's your number 2. I don't mind it.
Fill in the blank.
Actually, he's number 3 because you got Jefferson and Lamb. Okay, you're right. You're fine. You're doing great, Michael.
Boom. Fill in the blank. He upgraded his membership after re-upping to full Chubb. Phil, appreciate you. Anyone that becomes a new member on this stream, do not forget to connect your Discord.
Yes.
Connect your
Discord is the number 1 perk of becoming a member, and it's not even close.
No. Sloth with the $2 donation. Should I trade away Chubb for CeeDee Lamb? I wouldn't.
No, probably not. I agree.
Hold on a second here. Isn't he the one? He had a team earlier, right?
Did he?
Yeah, he has Chubb, Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, and Khalil Herbert, but he has Ayuk, London, and Zay Jones as his wide receivers. No, my recommendation was to trade Herbert after he has a big game. Don't pre-trade one before the season starts for just CeeDee Lamb. I'm keeping Nick Chubb right there for right now. Joseph with the $5 donation. Rate my team. Fields, then Chubbs, Madison, Montgomery, James Cook, Charbonnet, a chain. Wide receivers, Diggs, Olave, Dotson, Quentin Johnston. Why are so many people drafting Quentin Johnston?
A lot of people are drafting. Now, at least on his team, he is what? 1, 2, 3, probably his wide receiver 5.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. As long as we're not starting the season expecting.
A lot of people, you know what I'm reading into this? There's a lot of people rooting for Mike Williams to get injured this year.
Exactly.
Y'all told on yourself.
That's
Y'all
right.
out there rooting for injuries if you drafted Quentin Johnston. Chris All In with the $12 dono in a full PPR 10-team league. Prescott is his quarterback. Then CMC and Aaron Jones. Calvin Ridley and CeeDee Lamb. Mark Andrews at tight end. Pittman is the flex. Then Sanders, not Damian Jackson, right?
Deion Jackson.
Completely blanked it there.
I mean, you only live in Indiana. It's okay.
Mostert, Burks, Kamara, and Collins. What do you think? Who should I start week 1? I mean, if you want me to rate your team, I'd say B+, somewhere in that area. if you want to know who to start, tune into the week 1 content next week. Because
I can say that as of right now, just on the surface looking at it, the one change that I would personally make as of right now would be putting Miles Sanders in over Michael Pittman.
Yep.
That's all I see as of right this second.
Yo, let's hit the like button because we have almost 900 people watching right now. To have a stream break 1,000 concurrent viewers before the season starts.
We've never done that, have we?
I don't think we've ever done that. That would be the first time ever. Yo, if you're out there watching right now, let's get 1,000 people in here. Share it with your friends, your grandma, your kids, if they're around.
Mr. Cod Reaper's in the chat. It's his first time doing this, and he's in there chatting. Way to go. Way to step up, Mr. Cod Reaper.
Let's get 1,000 people in here tonight. Hit the like button.
Woohoo! Kyle, you want to kind of flow through a couple of these real quick?
Let's do it. I'm going to read them to you. You give the answers.
Hit me with it.
Trojan 3659 with the $5 donation wants us to rate his team. Deshaun Watson, Bjorn Robinson, Dobbs, ETN, Javante, Kamara. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra, Christian Watson, Ayuk, Michael Thomas, Mark Andrews. Wants to know who can I package with Watson for Josh Allen?
That question is going to be really hard to know because we don't know what the team needs that has Josh Allen. Go to the team that has Josh Allen, find their biggest weakness, and find out what pieces you have on your roster that could fill that need.
Mega Dr. Dre with the $5 donation. Full PPR better lean more towards wide receiver early. Love you guys. That's actually not true. We debunked that this year.
Exactly. We showed that going zero anything is not what's best. The balanced lineups are what best, but you still got to make sure you have your running backs early because they just run out so quick.
2 running backs in your first 3 rounds, 1 wide receiver in your first 2 rounds. Best way to start this year. Yes. Sammy Sosa becoming a member for the 11th month in a standard league. Would you start Montgomery, Deontay Johnson, or Nico Collins as a flex?
As of right now, without everything we know, David Montgomery is probably going to be my safest floor guy. If you want to gamble, then it's Deontay Johnson. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Demont.
Considering Chris Jones might not even play week 1 for Kansas City.
Right.
Chubsky with the $2 donation. Najee and Jerry Jeudy for James Cook and McLaurin. God, it's really hard for me not to get James Cook right now.
I mean, it is really hard too, especially but with Terry McLaurin dealing with turf toe. We really don't know how long that's going to linger. That could definitely be something that he deals with for multiple weeks. Same thing with Jerry Jeudy not being 100% healthy either, though. I mean, honestly, I'm probably leaning towards the James Cook slide by like a manscaped hair, Kyle. I'm talking about a very low manscaped hair.
Little manscaped hair.
Yeah.
James Gunn with the $5 donation. Should I trade Swift and Goff, both on my bench, for Waddle and Purdy? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even need to see who the rest of his team is, but he says he has Ridley, Pittman, Quentin Johnson, and Nico Collins as my wide receivers in a 10-man PPR. Oh, yeah, give me Waddle freaking easy right there.
Yeah, easy. I love that.
Squeaky Clean with the $10 donation. 14-team PPR. Justin Herbert, then Diggs, Garrett Wilson, Deontay Johnson, Jahan Dotson, and Cortland Sutton. Running backs, Walker, Montgomery, Gainwell, Antonio Gibson, Khalil Herbert, Jalen Warren, Gerald Everett, and Tyler Higbee at tight end. What moves should I make, if any, thinking about Herbert and Allen stack?
Herbert and Allen stack?
Trying to add Keenan Allen because he has Justin Herbert at
quarterback. But here's the thing. You already got Diggs and Garrett Wilson. Like, you don't need it. Yeah. I look at your running backs as your number one being Kenneth Walker, and that worries me more so than what you could do on a stack for a wide receiver. Yep. I'm probably going to a team that has an additional running back that I could try to upgrade with because Walker, Monty, Gainwell, Gibson, Herbert, there's a lot of ifs in that right there.
Ryan Murphy gifted a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Ryan, we appreciate you. Thanks for the generosity. Dog's Breakfast donating $7. Half PPR can only keep 3 for the next 3 years. Who do I drop? Ramondre Stevenson, Travis Etienne, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm leaning Etienne. What do you all think? Thanks, Headliners. As much as it pains me, I agree with that. I would move on from Etienne and keep the other 3.
I don't want to, but if I have to pick one of those, that's probably where I would go. I agree.
Yep. Sapper 227 gifting a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Sapper, appreciate the generosity. Monkey Jr., welcome to Hold and Chubb, becoming a member of the exclusive Headliner Nation family.
Get in Discord.
Today.
Get in Discord.
Get in Discord. Get it hooked up. Georgie P with the $20 donation. George!
What up, George?
Everyone with a little hashtag George in the chat today. 10-team PPR. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex with 1 tight end. Lawrence is at quarterback. Romandre Gibbs at running back. Chase and Olave at wide receiver. Ridley and Dotson at the flex. Godare at the tight end. With Monty, Swift, Gibson, Addison, Kincaid, and Goff on the bench. I reached on Ramondre a little. Thoughts? Everyone hit the like button. George, I appreciate that.
I love that team. I don't think you have any holes. It's super solid all the way around, and there's really nothing that I can see that I can complain about on that team.
Biggs O'Neill with the $5 donation. Rate my squad. Pat Mahomes. Then Eckler, Jamal Williams, Kamara, and Gus Edwards. CeeDee Lamb, Lockett, McLaurin, Gabe Davis, and Dobbs. Evan Ingram and Kmet at tight end.
I'm a little worried. I mean, you got a solid RB1, you got a solid wide receiver one, but after that, the depth is just a little. For running back, you're going to have Jamal Williams the first few weeks without Alvin Kamara, and then hopefully you're banking on the fact that Kamara can actually do something in this offense
We
when he
just
comes
broke
back.
900 concurrent viewers, by the way.
But I'm talking. We're trying to get to 1,000. Damn it! Don't interrupt me again, Kyle. When I'm in the middle of a team rating, when we're trying.
You weren't letting it flow.
I'm sorry, Kyle. Okay. Anyway, back to Biggs, and then for your wide receivers, Lockett. I like how Lockett's going to have a bump with JSN being a little bit injured as well. Hopefully, Gabe Davis can finally do something in fantasy football. I think you're solid, but the depth is what worries me a little bit.
Guillermo becoming a member for the 12th month. Please rate my 12-team PPR League 7th pick. Trevor Lawrence, Chubb,
Good.
Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Christian Cook, Hunter Henry, James Cook, Bills defense, and Bucker the kicker.
I love it. Love it. No holes in that team. Overall, for a 12-teamer and a PPR, I will take that.
Purple Haze with the $5 donation. Everyone get a membership and join the Discord for some help from the GOAT themselves.
That's
Purple
right.
Haze, appreciate you. Purple Haze utilizing that direct connection ticket system with Jake and I.
Yeah.
Lorenzo with the $10 donation. Rate my team. Justin Herbert. Then Austin Eckler, Ramondre Stevenson. Garrett Wilson, Stephon Diggs, George Pickens. DeAndre Hopkins with James Cook, Michael Thomas, Zay Flowers, and Antonio Gibson on the bench.
I mean, another team, super solid from top to bottom. You got your great quarterback, depth at running back, depth at wide receiver, some high upside guys on your bench. Perfect. I don't mind that team whatsoever, Lorenzo.
Leandre with the $20 donation. Rate my team. I drafted 1.08 in a 10-team full PPR league. Quarterbacks were Jackson and Wilson. Running backs, Chubbs, Mixon, Dobbins, Robinson Jr., and P. Ryan.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, Watson, Evans, DJ Moore, Addison, Pittman, Collins, Travis Kelce, TFH for life.
I mean, the fact that we went through all of that, and in the last name we get to, you still had Travis Kelce, I think kind of bumps you up a little bit right there. I was a little bit worried, but that's where you have some high upside right there for sure. Obviously, you have some depth at running back. Wide receiver, going to be a little bit iffy, right? We're hoping that Christian Watson or Mike Evans, one of those guys, can really, take that step forward. Evans so much due to quarterback play, right? We know what Mike Evans is, but if Baker can feed Mike Evans, that could be a dangerous lineup right there for sure.
Aaron Stanley becoming a member for the 13th month, 12-team PPR quarterback. Josh Allen, running backs McCaffrey and Sanders with A.J. Dillon. Wide receivers Waddle, DJ Moore, Godwin, Dobbs. Tight end Pitts with Kyle Bass as the kicker.
Well, another super solid lineup. Can't complain about it. Have the top end running back in McCaffrey. You still have Waddle and DJ Moore at your wide receiver position and depth there as well. I like it. Some good teams out here right now, Kyle.
Jay Noyes becoming a member for the 22nd month of Excessive Chubb. Perfect top 5 picks in a 6-spot, 12-man half PPR. We kind of talked about it already, right? Like A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb with that first pick. Maybe if Tyreek Hill falls to you, knocking out your running backs in the next 2 rounds after that. Getting Trevor Lawrence in round 5. In the 4th round, like a DJ Moore. Like that's like...
Yeah,
That's
and maybe you only had one running back in the 2nd or 3rd, and you went with another wide receiver in the 4th round. You got guys in some leagues, depending on league sizes, you got like Aaron Jones and Miles Sanders and guys that you could get there as your running back 2 still, and then still grab yourself like a Trevor Lawrence or somebody there in the 5th.
Truly 3, welcome to Full Chubb, becoming a member of the exclusive Headliner Nation today. Trent Huff with the $5 donation and a full PPR. Choose 3. Scary Terry, Lockett, Demont, Pierce, Madison. Thanks, fellas. Good to be back. I'm assuming this is probably like a week 1 question. I definitely want Pierce and Madison of the 3 for sure.
Yeah, out of those 3, I would go Pierce, Madison, and as of right now, knowing what we know, I'm probably going to lean, if you want to be safe, David Montgomery would be a little bit more risky than it would be Lockett.
Reality Strikes with a $10 donation. Rate my draft. Eckler, Olave, Stevenson, Burrow, Deontay Johnson, Godare, Akers, Cortland Sutton, Mostert, Nico, Elijah Mitchell, Boyd, and Spears.
Kyle, I feel like a lot of these people are watching a lot of our videos because a lot of these teams are somewhat similar and they have a lot of players that we all like. I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I have no issue with a start of going Eckler, Olave, Stevenson, Burrow. I mean, that's a solid foundation to a roster right there. Do I love Cam Akers here? No, I will be the first one to admit that I am not a Cam Akers truther. So if I had one thing to say, it's that. However, he's your number 3 at best. So it's not like you're reliant on Cam Akers, so I don't hate it that much.
Jake, you ready? I'm going to give you these rate my teams, and I want a grade with a 1-sentence explanation.
Okay.
We're going to, right here.
We're going to snap through them?
We're moving this way. All right.
Okay, we're trying.
Jimmy Miller becoming a member for the 6th month. Rate my team, 12-man PPR, Barkley Henry, Devontae Smith, Ramondre, TJ Hawkinson, Christian Watson, Anthony Richardson, Godwin, and Michael Thomas.
That's an easy 9 out of 10. The fact that you had Barkley, Henry, and Ramondre is enough to make me excited.
Good job. That was a run-on sentence, though, so clean it up a little bit. Cyanide with the $5 donation. Rate my team. Mahomes, Ramondre, Madison, JJ, DJ Moore, Lockett, Njoku. Cowboys defense, Tyler Bass with Pacheco, Gabe Davis, Charbonnet, Achane, and Dulcich on the bench.
Love it. That's an overall 8.7 out of 10. I like how you have Ramondre. Madison being your number 2. Would love to have him be your number 3, but overall filled with upside everywhere.
Ronnie Rod with the $5 donation. Half PPR, no trades allowed. Oh,
ouch.
Really? Opinion for the running back position, 2 flex spots. Burrow, White, White? Oh, Rashad White, probably. Antonio Gibson, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Higbee, Ridley, Moore with bench of Roshan, Pirine, Warren, JSN, and Puka.
Okay, so I'm just on the RB position. So you got Rashad White and Antonio Gibson. And that's all you got other than Roshan, Pirine, and Warren. So really, you kind of punted the running back position and then drafted a bunch of guys late in hopes that one of them would bounce and really help your team. Personally, that terrifies me because you're already dependent on something happening down the line before the season even starts. Does it say if this is a full PPR or not? No, it does. It says half PPR.
It's half.
Rashad White would be better in a full PPR. I mean, hopefully Antonio Gibson has a solid role and he could help you here this year.
Might pronounce this name incorrectly. Asen Ramirez. What's up, boys? Great to be back watching the channel. Why did you leave, though? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's my question every season.
Thank
God football is back. Should I pick up Deion Jackson and drop Cousins, Sutton, or Pittman? I mean, I would take Deion Jackson over Sutton, and if you don't need a backup quarterback, I'm fine with dropping Pittman or Cousins too.
Cousins, yeah. If it's just a 1 quarterback league and you already have a solid starter, then don't carry 2 of them.
Briz with the $2 donation. Aloha, fam. Do you think Lamar Jackson could finish as a top 3? Yeah, it could happen.
Could happen.
For sure.
I mean, anybody could finish his top 3 right now. Do I think he finishes top 3? I think he's close. I think he's more top 5.
I think it depends on Mahomes.
I think he does kind of too.
Not necessarily does Lamar Jackson put up enough points to be QB3, but does Mahomes put up more than he does?
Right.
Kyle with the $5 donation. Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson, Ramondre Stevenson, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, Njoku, and White with Brown, Dotson, Gibson, Kincaid, Algier, Flowers, Warren, Hall, and Murray. Any changes? I'm assuming that means week 1.
I mean, Kupp is probably not going to play week 1, so Kupp's going to have to come out of your lineup. If you're going to have to put somebody in, who is Brown on the bench? I mean, it can't be A.J. Brown. Is it Marquise Brown, maybe?
Probably.
Maybe. If that's the case, I'm probably leaning towards, right now, Jahan Dotson to take over for Cooper Kupp in your lineup as of right now.
Arrogance Entertainment. Welcome to the Holden Chubb exclusive Headliner Nation family. Joining up with a membership today, Ricky with the $5 donation. First time seeing both y'all together. Thoughts on this team, Nick Chubb? That's it. Solid A+.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, that's fine.
Love it.
Michael Beard with the $2 donation. Start 1, sit 2. Brandon Cooks, Etienne, and Ridley. I'm probably going Etienne and Ridley and saying F it. We're going big or going home week 1.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not gonna start Brandon Cooks the first week of fantasy football.
Truly 3 with the $5 donation. 10-man, full PPR. Who to start at the flex if Burrow is out? Burrow's back at practice. I don't think he should
be playing.
Higgins, Dotson, and DJ Moore. His team right now is Wilson, CMC, and Mixon with CeeDee Lamb, Keenan Allen, and Dallas Goedert. I'm going. It's either Higgins or DJ Moore, but I haven't. They're too close for me to say right now.
Yeah, if you want to play it safer, it's probably Higgins. More of a gamble upside would be DJ Moore.
Adventurous Taco, welcome to Holden Chubb and joining the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Sergio Quintero becoming a member for the 23rd month. Rate my team in a half PPR. Goff at quarterback. Then Justin Jefferson and DJ Moore at wide receiver. Ramondre and Etienne at running back. How many Ramondres and Etiennes have I said tonight?
A ton.
Njoku at tight end. Then the flex, Madison and Miles Sanders with Cook, Pickens, Robinson, and Addison.
I love that team. Overall, there's depth on the bench, and there's crazy good starters on top of that. So that's a 9.2 out of 10.
Antha, Spirit Catcher, with a $10 donation. 10-team PPR with 2 flex and offensive player. I'm assuming that's like super flex then.
I'm guessing.
Starters are Jalen Hurts, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Aaron Jones, Isaiah Pacheco, Dalton Schultz, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin, and Kirk Cousins. Was offered a trade. Should I take it? Chubb for Lamb and Etienne for A.J. Brown. So you would trade Lamb for Chubb and Etienne for A.J. Brown?
Chubb for Lamb and Etienne for A.J. Brown. Chubb for Lamb.
So you would get Chubb, and then you would get Etienne for... I would stick with what you have right now.
Yeah, the fact that you have CeeDee Lamb right now with A.J. Brown, and I know you're trying to upgrade your running back one because it's Aaron Jones and Isaiah Pacheco who you're having to start.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm willing to risk it and lose a CeeDee Lamb or an A.J. Brown. I kind of like having them paired together.
Yeah. Ricky with the $10 donation. Thoughts on this team? Tua, Etienne, Gibbs, Chase, DJ Moore, Juwan Johnson, Breece Hall with Javonte Williams, Pittman, JSN, Sky Moore, Achane, Thielen, Marvin Jones, and Mike Gesicki on the bench.
I mean, I don't think I love having to start Juwan Johnson or Breece Hall, technically. Now, obviously, Breece Hall is probably a flex play. You have some options on the bench, especially like a Michael Pittman, maybe a Javonte Williams if he's 100% healthy. You have options. I don't know if I love the tight end or the flex spot. For the rest of the team, though, is freaking awesome.
Headliner Nation, the first chat of the year is already bopping. We're way behind in Super Chats, so give us a second here real quick. We're going to get caught up. Adventurous Taco, I got already. Antha, we just answered Ricky, right?
Right, correct.
Okay, here we go. Back to flying. Silver Badger with the $5 donation. 12-team Superflex, pick 4. League history is 15 quarterbacks gone by the end of round 3. I was thinking quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback, so I don't get stuck with a bottom tier quarterback.
I always take the quarterback in round 1, Kyle. After that, though, I really play the draft board because it all depends. If all the league mates are taking quarterbacks, then you're going to have to take one as well. But if you're starting to see them all take running backs or wide receivers or whatever, give yourself an extra round and kind of go with the flow. You just want to make sure you don't miss that second quarterback run. Every league is different, though. I mean, that's tough. I always watch the draft board for that second quarterback in Superflex.
Cameron Keeley with the $5 donation. That's Cameron's first donation here at the Fantasy Headliners. Appreciate you, Cameron. Rate this team in a 10-man PPR. Fields, Ramondre, Madison, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Olave, Patty F with Rashad White, McKinnon, Judy, JSN, Mingo, Higbee, and Geno on the bench.
I'm going to take this team right here. This is a solid 8.9 out of 10. You have some risk in there, but you also have some high-end players like Ramondre and Jefferson and Amon-Ra and Olave. So definitely a great lineup overall.
Tommy Van Tran with the $5 donation. Tommy's first donation here with the Fantasy Headliners. Appreciate you, Tommy. Rate my team, the 6th pick. Geno Smith, then Amon-Ra, Keenan Allen, Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, Travis Kelce, flexing Lockett with Montgomery, OBJ, Juju, and McKinnon. I'm assuming this is bigger than 12 teams.
I'm guessing it's got at least 12 to 14. I'm guessing, especially since you have Geno as your quarterback. You obviously went Travis Kelce early on with Amon-Ra, followed up with Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders. I'm guessing overall the team is pretty solid. I would look at this team and say it's more safe than ceiling, right? This is a safe team each and every week that's going to put up solid points. It may struggle at times to have that extra oomph due to some of the pieces just being solid, like a Keenan Allen and a Geno Smith, stuff like that.
Darth Desmond with the $20 donation. Ben, appreciated. He's at Universal with his mom right now. Wanted to drop by and say hi. Can't do memberships on the phone, but this is the best membership in the fantasy realm. Have a great stream, lads. Ben, appreciate you. Enjoy Universal. Hedgehog 777 becoming a member for the 12th month. Rate my team and a 10-man full PPR at the 7th pick. Dak, then CeeDee Lamb and Keenan Allen with Pittman. Okay. King Henry, Kenneth Walker, Dalvin Cook, Waller at tight end, Myers at kicker, Dallas defense with Juju, Renfro, Collins, Mims, Charbonnet, and P. Ryan on the bench.
I'm going to go a solid 8.7 on that team. I don't dislike Dak this year by any means, but I don't overly love him either. I think that it's still an overall solid team that's going to score a lot of points. Hopefully, Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet don't give you an absolute headache this year, and hopefully they can really commit to one guy so you're not sitting there every week trying to figure out which guy to start.
John Williams with the $2 donation. John's first super chat here with the Fantasy Headliners. Appreciate you, John. Gone Postal 28. Pick 2 between Chase, MCC, and Eckler in a full point PPR. Is that supposed to be CMC, Christian McCaffrey?
I don't know who MCC is.
I'm assuming that's Christian McCaffrey. And if you have to pick 2,
why?
I'd probably go with whatever running back you like most in Chase. I'm assuming this is a draft question of some kind.
Maybe that's
or a keeper question.
Maybe a keeper question. Yeah. See, if it's me personally, I'm going CMC and Chase personally.
Welcome to Holden Chubb, somebody who retracted their message, so I don't know who it is. Jay Gee with the $10 donation. Use the draft guide. Rate my 12-man PPR team. Dak, Bijan and Chubb.
Love that.
Ridley and DJ Moore.
Love
Godare. Dotson and Pittman in the flex. On the bench, Roshan Johnson, Jamal Williams, Damian Harris, Achane, Deuce Vaughn, Cortland Sutton, Darnell Mooney, and Tyler Higbee.
I mean, overall, I love it. I love that you didn't have another quarterback on your bench taking up a spot, and you'll just stream somebody when you need it. Overall, having Bijan, Chubb, Ridley, and DJ Moore, though, that right there is just fantastic.
Purple Haze gifting and membership to the Fantasy Headliner Nation community. Appreciate you, Purple Haze. Thanks so much for the generosity. Ricky with the $5 donation. Rate my team. Goff with Chubb, Stevenson, Waddle, Pittman, Kittle, and then you have Walker, Ayuk, Elijah Moore, Nico Collins, Achane, Van Jefferson, and Gus Edwards in a 14-man PPR.
For a 14-teamer, I like that a lot. I was not expecting that to be a 14-teamer. I'll take that all day long, Ricky, in a 14-team league for sure. Love that you still have Chubb, Stevenson, Waddle. Love that start.
Aaron Carlson becoming a member for the 15th month, starting at Mahomes, Chubb and Stevenson, A.J. Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown, with Hawkinson at tight end, flexing McLaurin, DJ Moore, Dalvin Cook, or Pittman in a 10-man half PPR. I'm going DJ Moore as of right now. That could change.
As of right now, I have to agree with that too.
Debo Sims gifted a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Debo, appreciate you and the generosity for that. Wendy's McNuggets, welcome back to Holden Chubb. Coming back into the memberships, Wendy's, appreciate you. Michael Beard with the $10 donation. Team, Trevor Lawrence, Chubb, Javonte Williams, Kupp, Ridley, Hawkinson, Brandon Cooks, Graham Gano and the Patriots defense with Goff, Etienne, Miles Sanders, Nico Collins, Judy, Sam Laporta. Any changes to the lineup? Well, I'm definitely starting Etienne over Javonte Williams in week 1, and I'm not even thinking twice about that.
Yes, exactly. And then you're going to have somebody that's going to replace Cooper Kupp more than likely as well. The only option you have, though...
And I'm flexing Miles Sanders over Brandon Cooks week 1, too.
And Brandon Cooks is probably going to have to be who he starts at wide receiver for Cooper Kupp.
Ricky with the $5 donation. Since Thursday, Lions playing Chiefs on Thursday, I have to get in early. Detroit effing by 30. Oh, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. I forgot about that. Ricky was calling those wins last year when they went on that win streak.
That's a big, by 30, he's even saying.
DJ with the $5 donation. Fields, CMC, J.K. Dobbins, Waddle, Smith, Pitts, and Christian Watson with Michael Thomas, Brian Robinson, Rashad Penny, Zach Charbonnet, Rashad Bateman, Van Jefferson, and Marvin Mims Jr. on the bench.
I don't know if I love a couple people on the bench. Like, I'm not big on Rashad Penny or Rashad Bateman. Has nothing to do with the name Rashad, I promise. But I would probably like to find some better depth on the bench from those two. But overall, the starting lineup's pretty solid with CMC, J.K. Dobbins, Waddle, Devontae Smith. I have no issues with that. Hopefully, this is the year that Kyle Pitts can actually kind of break out a little bit.
Alexander with the $10 donation. James Cook, Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall, or David Montgomery for my RB2 in week 1. I'm putting James Cook in.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Philanthropy. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation today. Fear Boner. What do you think of a double tight end strategy with Kelsey in the 1st and Waller in the 6th? 12-team full PPR. You guys are awesome. Great Zoom call yesterday. Fear Boner. Appreciate it. I'm not doing a double tight end strategy. In round 6, you could get potentially like a Dameon Pierce or a really good like wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I understand it, but I don't think I could personally do it. I just don't see like the weekly upside. Now, obviously, I like Waller, and obviously we like Kelsey, but I don't know if I want to start both of them every single week if it's not a tight end premium league.
K Chu with the $5 donation. I'm grabbing Mims now. 3rd fantasy season with you guys. Much love. But do I drop Algier, Warren, Nico, Higbee, Sutton, T-Law for him? LOL, that's my bench. If Higbee's on your bench, I'm dropping Higbee since you already have another starting tight end.
Yep.
Roxton, what round could you justify taking Kupp or Taylor? I think we've pretty much been vocal that we're not taking either of them.
Anyway, I don't even care if they bury him on my bench. I'm not interested.
I mean, if we're getting into like the 10th round and they're there, yes. But I'm not like Kupp. I might start risking it like maybe in the 5th round because he could be back. His situation could resolve before Jonathan Taylor.
Matthew Stafford could be hurt before Kupp comes back.
Yeah, exactly. Why is the screen off all of a sudden?
What screen?
Your arm is reaching over onto my side of the screen, which it wasn't a few minutes ago.
I see that. I don't know. You're the one in charge, Kyle. You're the one running this shindig.
All right, you're gonna have to answer super chats for a second while I can. Let's just give it. We're behind, so we gotta figure it out. Are we all doing weekly pick'em for Underdog? Yes, and we'll have a live stream totally dedicated to it as well. And they will also some Underdog pick'ems will show up in our videos throughout the week. For sure. What is the $500 Underdog lineup? James and I just finished it yesterday. I will try to put it out there for you all at some point. Kobe fan 824 becoming a member for the 11th month. I tried the 0 thing. Got JJ, Sungun, AJ Brown, Dobbins, Dameon Pierce, Swift, Deshaun Watson, and Kyle Pitts as my starters. What do you think? Well, considering we tell everybody not to do 0 running back, you probably don't want to know our opinion on that roster, if I'm being honest.
We've been so anti-0 wide receiver, 0 running back for years. I understand that Dobbins and Pierce are not horrible, but they're not going to have that ceiling that the guys that we passed on early that could really help boost you on a weekly basis. They're safer options,
Dameon Pierce is my RB3? Absolutely.
Yeah. Is your number 2, though?
Well, maybe. My number 2 with J.K. Dobbins is my 1? No.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Hector Padron, becoming a member for the 8th month. Please rate Lawrence at quarterback, and then Chubb, Stevenson, and James Cook with Khalil Herbert at running back. A.J. Brown, Waddle, Christian Kirk, Dotson, Kadarius Toney, Moore with tight end Waller, 10-team half PPR. That's got A+ written all over it.
Yep, that's a solid 9.5 out of 10.
DC Hogs with the $5 donation. Fields, Pollard, Walker, ARSB in London, Goddard with Dalvin Cook at the flex and A.J. Dillon. Jets at the defense and Bass at the kicker. Grade it.
I'm going to go, because you have to start London as your number 2, I'm going to go with an 8.1.
DC Hogs, that's
10.
their first donation here on the live stream. Appreciate you, DC. Jacob McKillop, also with his first donation on a live stream. New to fantasy, who do I bench in a 9
teams?
9 teams? I have never heard of an uneven
We got a weekly bye in a fantasy league?
That's crazy. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. Options are Brian Robinson, Travis Etienne,
Bijan
Rashad
Robinson.
White.
It's got to be Bijan.
Okay. So for your running backs, we're starting Robinson and Etienne.
Yep.
For your wide receivers, we're starting Chasing
Diggs.
And then we're putting Gibbs at the flex.
Correct.
Arrogance Entertainment upgraded their membership to full Chubb. Arrogance, appreciate you. Edwin donating $5 in the super chat. His first super chat on the live stream. Appreciate you. Ricky wants to know Elijah Moore or Quentin Johnson in a full PPR. I'm probably going Elijah Moore to begin with.
To start the season, yes.
Kayshawn Nolman becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation, Kayshawn. Ricky, cut to Josh Downs, Van Jefferson, or Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones for sure. I would love to keep Josh Downs, but I would keep Van Jefferson right now since Kupp is hurt.
Agreed.
Philanthropy with the $5 dono and a 14-man full PPR grade my team. Herbert, then Mixon, Connor, Khalil Herbert, Dalvin Cook, Zeke, and Deuce. Kupp, Sun God, Pittman, Jameson Williams, Mooney, and Mims.
Why so many people got Cooper Kupp, Kyle?
They probably drafted before he got hurt, if I had to guess.
We don't want Cooper Kupp. We haven't wanted him all offseason. Because overall, like I was feeling this until we got to Kupp, and I'm like, crap, now all of a sudden we're reliant on having to start Michael Pittman. And that's what worries me a little bit. Overall, though, because it's 14 teams, this is still a solid 8 out of 10 for sure. Overall, great team. I wish that Cooper Kupp was not part of this equation.
Dylan McCauley with his first super chat, $2 there. Appreciate you, Dylan. I'm pretty sure I missed one, so I'll go back to it in just a second. Drafting at the turn in a 12-team league. What are you guys thinking in terms of a start in a full PPR? Same thing that we've been saying all the time. In the first 3 rounds, you either go running back, wide receiver, running back, or wide receiver, running back, running back. That is the best start that you can have in any format right now.
Agreed.
Swank Mastermind with the $5 dono. Rate my team. Fields, then Hill, Adams, Romandre and Gibbs, Njoku, DJ at the flex, with Hall, JT, Watson, Ayuk, Judy, and Penny on the bench. Where can I upgrade? Thanks, fellas. Right now, if you're looking to upgrade,
I mean, you can't do anything with JT because you ain't going to get nothing for him.
Yeah.
Christian Watson is probably the one guy that I can look at that you could probably sell for some added hype before the season starts, especially if he has a big week to start the year, since you already have Hill and Adams. I don't. Maybe you could really get a huge upgrade if you paired Breece Hall and Christian Watson together, depending on who has what out there. I mean, that's where I'm looking at, though. I'm not touching anything in your starting lineup.
Fill in the blank. Becoming a member for the 27th month. See, I knew you had been a member. That was really weird. It's still showing you. So your membership probably did not elapse in at that point.
Yeah.
This may be a basic question, but here it goes. Are yours and others tier rankings 1, 2, 3, etc. equivalent, for instance, to RB1? Ours are not. So if you're looking at the tier rankings, just because a guy is like 1 or 2 in the tier rankings doesn't mean they are over each other. They are all in the same tier. That's the purpose of it.
Yep. They're all basically similar potential outcomes.
Yes. Minato's War with the $10 donation. His first super chat here. Minato,
I thought you said
appreciate
whore.
You. War, not whore. Can you rate my team 10-man PPR? Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. So I'm assuming Superflex. Barkley, Jacobs, Madison, Kenneth Walker, and McKinnon. Love those running backs.
Yep.
Wide receivers, Lamb, Samuel, Juju, Elijah Moore, Burks, Judy. Love Lamb. Not in love with your RB2s, but that's okay.
Wide receiver 2s, yes.
Yep, that's what I meant. Mark Andrews at tight end. Bengals kicker, 3 flex spots. I mean, I like that. I like that team. Worst case scenario, you trade a running back for a wide receiver.
Yeah, you could potentially package like Debo and one of your lower end running backs and get yourself a higher end wide receiver.
Oh boy, I thought we were getting caught up, and then my
Are we not?
Scrolled.
We are trying though, Kyle. We are
Hold
trying
on.
like crazy.
Let me see if I can tell you. We're probably still a good 20 minutes behind. We can probably get caught up quickly, but we're gonna have to.
Hold on. All right, Kyle.
Brendan Bond becoming a member for the 23rd month. Appreciate you fellas. Rate my draft in 10-team half PPR. Hurts, Bijan, Pollard, Pacheco, Montgomery, Pirine, Hawkinson, Ridley, Watson, Godwin, Moore, Dotson, Judy.
Overall, great solid team. I'm going to give it an 8.6 because I don't know if I love everything on your wide receivers after Ridley.
Ibrahim Rathur with a $5 donation. Please rate 12-team PPR. Trevor Lawrence, Bijan Ramondre, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Njoku Lockett, Patriots D with Pickens, Nico, Algier, Carr, McKinnon, and Deion Jackson.
Solid 8.9. We're verge 9 out of 10 right there.
Christian Chain, their first donation here on the channel with a $5 dono. Rate my team, full PPR, Fields, CMC, Javonte Williams, Olave, Ridley, Njoku, Terry, Deontay, Raheem, Zeke, Boyd, Osborne, and Jameson Williams on the bench.
I'm honestly going to go a little bit lower only because I hate to have to rely on Javonte Williams right now. I understand that he's fully healthy in the preseason, but dude's knee exploded, and we've seen so many people struggle with injuries, soft tissue injuries, the year after an injury like that. So that worries me that you're reliant on him because the rest of the roster doesn't have a lot of startable running back talent. So I'm going to go with like an 8.0, verge 8. I mean, we're hanging on by a thin hair there, Kyle.
Zachary Finney becoming a member for the 11th month of Excessive Chubb. Rate my team, Superflex PPR. 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end and 2 flex. Lawrence and Cousins at quarterback. Mixon, White, Penny, and Jamal Williams at running back. Wide receiver, McLaurin, Moore, both DJ and Elijah. Pittman and Mingo at wide receiver. Tight end, Kelsey and Musgrave was 1.12 in a 12-man league. I'm not loving that.
I don't love it. I mean, I like your quarterbacks. Lawrence and Cousins in a Superflex is great. Here's the thing. I don't mind like maybe your overall starting lineup, but I'm just worried that if you have any injuries and on bye weeks, you're going to struggle a little bit, Zachary, with just some of the depth that's there. We have our hopes for a lot of these players, and we really need to see them turn out and really overproduce what a lot of people are expecting in order for this to be great. Rachaad White being probably the main guy here. You need a big season from Rachaad White. I'm probably going to go with like a 7.8.
Ricky with a $5 donation. Auction draft question. When draft 2 tier 2 players, what amount would you spend on the first 2 players? What's the most you like to spend? $75 to $80? I think that's going to wholeheartedly depend on your budget.
Yeah, I don't know if the budget, it depends if your budget's $200 or $500 or what.
But
really
hey,
hard
Ricky,
to know.
There's an auction draft section to the draft guide that talks about how to try and space out your money. I would go check that out. Toya Perkins, welcome to Holden Chubb, becoming a member of the exclusive Headliner Nation today. Toya, appreciate it. Antha with a $2 donation. Wanted to say thanks for all the hard work you guys do. Antha, appreciate you. Nuisance and a full PPR keeper. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, or Chris Godwin. I don't know what the question is. Are you like, do we have to pick one to keep? I mean, since
it can't really be a keeper, Bijan's in there though.
That's
why.
That's why. I'm not exactly sure.
If it's not, I mean, if we were trying to pick a keeper, I'm going with Christian McCaffrey out of those, if that's what the question is.
Since it's a keeper league, if you can keep players for multiple years,
I mean, it depends
on Bijan.
If that's what it is, if that's what they're asking, but I don't see how you can have a keeper and have Bijan.
Yeah, Larry Studd's becoming a member for the 4th month. Yo, Headliner Nation, we all getting dubs this season. Thank you, Jake and Kyle and the entire Headliner Nation squad. Larry, appreciate you. Arrogance Entertainment sending their first super chat. Rate 10-team half PPR. Hurts at quarterback. Wide receivers is Devontae Smith and DJ Moore. Running back, Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs. Dalton Kincaid. You have in a 10-team league, you are really looking at the rookies. Flex, James Conner and Drake London. Bench, Tyler Lockett, Charbonnet, Addison, and Jahan Dotson. I feel like for a 10-team league, you're missing a little upside there.
Yeah, I don't know about I mean, I understand that Dalton Kincaid can have a great opportunity this year, but in the 10-team league, I would have hoped to have gotten one of those higher-end tight ends, even if it was like even a Goddard that you could have stacked with Jalen Hurts. I guess you already have Devontae Smith, so you don't want to go too crazy, but yeah, it's not bad. It's very young. Like, there's a lot of unknown in your roster. You are either going to win 12 games this season or you're going to win 6 games this season. Like, we're really hoping these rookies start out hot.
Steve Johnson, welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation family today, Steve. Matthew Hutchins becoming a member for the 23rd month. Rate my team, 12-man PPR, Tua, Chubb, and Connor, Diggs and Ridley, Henry at the tight end position, flexing Allen with Sanders, Swift, Charbonnet, Juju, Mostert, Roschon Johnson, and Mims on the bench.
Overall, that's pretty solid. You got depth at every position. I mean, obviously, your tight end position is going to lean towards something that Kyle likes more than I do myself. But outside of that, overall, super solid lineup. I'd give it a solid 8.5.
Ricky, in leagues that offer weekly payouts, do you like Chubb or Henry? I guess I don't think that would change my opinion, and I would still have Chubb higher.
Probably. I agree.
Mark Matthews becoming a member for the 20th month. Jake and Kyle, my parasocial best friends, good luck on the season, Headliner Nation. Any chance for a few forehead kisses and maybe a banger for luck? Forehead kisses.
Did you actually do the kisses, though?
Yeah, I went.
Oh, I didn't hear it. And now I got to do a banger? Like this stream right now with 884 people watching, which only has 565 likes, has been one hell. All right, Kyle.
Okay,
I almost
Nuisance
pulled
wants,
a muscle doing that.
I don't know if it's Nuisance or Nuisance, but he would like a rating on the team of Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and Chris Godwin.
Who was the other wide receiver besides Chris Godwin?
That's it. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin.
I mean, the rest of the lineup is crazy good. I don't know where the rest of the wide receivers are. Probably going to struggle at wide receiver, but the first half of that team is freaking bonkers.
Also, Nelson's joined Holden Chubb, the exclusive Headliner Nation. Appreciate you. Matt Mason, rate my team in a 10-team full PPR. Herbert, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Chubb, Etienne, Jones, Freiermuth, Kirk, Evans, Gibbs, Sutton, Algier, Jackson, and Smith.
I like it. I was dancing. So I like it so much I was dancing.
John Williams with the $5 donation. I'm going to hit a few here real quick. You mind if I'm kind of feeling good.
I'll just sit here. You know what? I'm going to type in the chat to a few people while you're doing that.
Okay, let's do that. John Williams with the $5 donation. Rate my starting lineup. 12-person league. Bijan, Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Drake London, Trevor Lawrence, Pat Freiermuth, Cowboys, defense, and Jake Myers. If I'm giving that a solid B+. Briz, the fantasy headliners are unmatched. No channel breaks down the stats and gives you a calculated outlook on fantasy players like they do. Join the community, Briz. I could not agree with you more. Appreciate it. DC Hogs becoming a member for the 3rd month of Holden Chubb. 12-man full PPR. Bench Gabe Davis, Jerick McKinnon, KJ Osborne, Curtis Samuel, or C. Edwards. Who would be C. Edwards?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was you doing this, so quit asking me questions.
Well, I'm typing to the people. CEH.
I'm talking to the people right now.
12-man full PPR. I just have to bench one of them. If I'm benching one person in week 1, it's probably CEH. Gator Fan 15 becoming a member for the 13th month. Hey guys, thanks for the hard work. 2-parter. 1, if Cup is out, do I start Elijah Moore or Gabe Davis? I'd probably go for the upside of Gabe Davis, but you'll find out more next week when we really dive into starts and sits. 2, would you drop any of Roshan Johnson, Bigsby, or Elijah Mitchell for Evan Hall? I probably stick with what you have for right now. Maybe go Evan Hall over Roshan Johnson, but waiting to find out more on Zach Moss. He's going to miss week 1. Could be back next week, though. Austin, 71-53, 10-team Superflex. Mahomes and Hurts, Mixon, Madison, Lamb, Devontae Smith, Williams, Kmet, Carlson and the Ravens with Monty, Pierce, Hollywood, Deontay, Van Jefferson, Burks, JT on IR, and a 10-team Superflex. Love your quarterbacks. Not a super huge fan of the rest of the roster, but it's also not bad either. I'm going to give you a B there. Brian Joseph with a $10 donation. Rate my 14-team PPR with the 11th pick. Deshaun Watson and Jay Love. Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Jamison Williams, Pittman, and Dobbs. Bijan, Henry, A.J. Dillon, Connor, Algier, Dulcich with the Eagles defensive special teams, and Koo is your kicker. I'll give that a solid B+ as well. R3D becoming a member for the 3rd month. Let's go. Hoping my top 3 don't bust this year. Bijan Lamb, Aaron Jones. Thanks, boys. R3D, you are welcome. Appreciate you being a member. Abraham sending a $5 donation, his first super chat here. Thomas Wegner sending a $2 donation, his first super chat here. Fill in the blank gifting a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Phil, appreciate you. Michael Beard with the $5 donation. By the way, thank you guys so much. Last question, Jacoby Myers or Miles Sanders? If it's a week 1 question, I'm probably going to go with Miles Sanders there, Michael. Dylan Weaver with the $10 donation, his first super chat here on the channel. Dylan, appreciate you. Ed Miller with the $10 donation. Hello, fellas. Rate my team in a 10-team PPR. Fields with Chubb, ETN, CeeDee Lamb and Ridley, Kittle, Lockett. Kicker is going to be Tucker. Steelers defense with Swift, Mitchell, Mostert, Flowers, and Dobbs and Algier. On the bench, 10 teams. Love the running backs. Like the wide receivers. Love Kittle. Would rather have a little bit of a stronger option at my last flex in a 10-team league, so I'll give it a B+ there. I gotta scroll back up here. So Eddie with the $20 donation. Hey guys, rate my team. 12-team in a standard league. 2 flex spots. Justin Herbert, then Stevenson and Jones, Tyreek Hill, Drake London, Darren Waller, Mostert, Montgomery, McPherson, Dallas. Defense with Robinson, Burks, Boyd, Chigioko. Greetings from Germany. So Eddie, greetings to you as well across the pond. Since it's a standard league, I would have rather had someone a little bit stronger at RB2 than Aaron Jones because he's going to be a PPR, half PPR type of guy. Drake London, I also believe, may not have the type of upside that you want in a standard league. And we'll have to keep our fingers crossed for Mostert and Montgomery. Probably go like a B- right there. LKB Pythons, top 3 stacks other than Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean, you could go Diggs and Josh Allen. You could go DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson. You could go Trevor Lawrence and even Calvin Ridley or Christian Kirk. You could go Jalen Hurts with A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. You could go Lamar Jackson with potentially Mark Andrews. That would be like a lot of the top stacks for some of the top wide receiver quarterback combinations. You could also do Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. You could do Joey B and T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. Brad Bordelon becoming a member for the 14th month. Rate my team, please, in a 10-team full PPR. CMC, Pollard, Amon-Ra, Aaron Jones. Now see in a full PPR league, that is a monster lineup right there. With Keenan Allen, Jordan Addison, Javonte, P. Ryan, Deontay Johnson, Khalil Herbert, Juju, T-Law, Goddard. I love that. I'm A there, bordering on an A+ almost. Anthony Luong becoming a member for the 6 months. What up, guys? Second pick in tomorrow's half PPR 12-man league. What wide receiver should I be targeting at this second pick? If you're targeting a wide receiver, Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. But if you go one of those 2 wide receivers to start your draft, you're really going to have to hammer running backs afterwards. So then later in your draft, you're looking for Deontay Pickens or George Pickens, or Deontay Johnson or George Pickens, whoever you like there. Michael Pittman. Maybe you get a DJ Moore in the 4th round. Things of that nature. And Andy Garcia becoming a member for the 23rd month. Rate my team, please. Trevor Lawrence, Etienne and Najee, Chase and Watson with Kmet, Dalvin Cook, and then the bench of Hall, A.J. Dillon, Njigba, Addison, and Johnston and Algier. Ooh, not bad. RBs and quarterback are pretty good. Chase I like. Watson is your wide receiver 2. I'm not a fan of. And Dalvin Cook as your flex, I'm also not a big fan of. So that's going to put me at like a B+ there. Max Skill 001 with the $10 donation. Rate my team. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Running back Etienne, Jones, Stevenson, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, Devon Achane, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, Nico Collins, Sky Moore, Cole Kmet, Hunter Henry, Bass, Steelers. If I'm rating this team, I'm giving it an A-. I like that. PZ20 becoming a member for the 20th month. Hope you all are having a day, nation. PZ, appreciate you. Thanks for being a member. Off the Wall Cleaning with the $5 donation. Rate, who should I flex? Lawrence, St. Brown, Higgins, Barkley, Jacobs, Kincaid, Gibson, Deontay Johnson, Madison, Kirk, Moore, P. Ryan, Quentin Johnson, 12-team full PPR. I'll give it a solid B+ as far as starters. Lawrence, St. Brown for sure. Barkley, Jacobs for sure. Kincaid at tight end, absolutely. Probably going to go ahead and go Higgins at wide receiver 2 and then flex Madison. That's their first super chat here. Off the Wall, appreciate you for that. Ricky with the $10 donation. That auction draft question I asked earlier was a $200 budget on first 2 tier 2 players, whether $75 to $80 should be your max on the first 2 guys. If not $75, how much should it be? On the first 2 players, really, I'm not trying to spend more than maybe a quarter to a third of what I could potentially spend. I do not want to spend a half of my team essentially budget at that point. Iraq Vet, welcome into Holden Chubb and the exclusive Headliner Nation. Appreciate you. Debo Sims, gifted a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Appreciate you, Debo. Michael Lalil, rate my team. Fields, JJ, Amon-Ra, Harris, Gibbs, Ingram, Watson, Charbonnet, Sanders, Nico Collins, Dotson, and Higbee. I'll give that a solid B+ and bordering A-. Jose Cruz with the $10 donation. 12-team, half PPR, 1 flex. Josh Allen, Bijan Pollard, Ridley, DJ Moore, the Muth, Christian Watson, Ayuk, Rashad White, or Elijah Moore. Love the starting lineup. Don't love your options for the flex. B+, bordering on A-. Anthony Rosales becoming a member for the 11th month. I pooped the bed in running back depth. D-Mont or Rashad White, who's got more boom in week 1? I'll go D-Mont in week 1, especially if there's no Chris Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs. Anthony, appreciate you being a member for 11th month. Ricky with the $5 donation. If we don't hip thrust into Sunday football and Jake's start-sit video this week, I'm canceling my membership. Justin Burnett with the $5 donation. Rate my team. 10-man full PPR. Trevor Lawrence, and then Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Ramondre Stevenson, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson with Keenan Allen in the flex. And a full PPR, A- there. Guillermo Villatoro with the $5 donation. Glad y'all liked my team earlier. I watch your vids religiously. 3 wide receiver team, 1 flex. Kirk is wide receiver 3 and James Cook is flex. Should I play Sky Moore as wide receiver 3 or flex? No, I'm keeping Kirk and James Cook to begin with. Andrew Gathright with a $5 donation. His first super chat. Andrew, appreciate you. Kobe Young, rate my team. Dak Prescott, Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevenson, Jay Jetta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Darren Waller, David Montgomery, James Cook, Najee Harris, Zay Flowers, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen. I'm feeling that roster. That is a solid A there. Samomo with a $5 donation. Draft is tomorrow. I have Josh Jacobs as a keeper in the 3rd round with an extra pick in the 3rd round. Who else would you go for? I don't know how to answer that question because I don't know who's all being kept. If you're keeping Josh Jacobs, though, try to smash a high-end wide receiver off the bat if you can. Patrick Thomas with the $20 donation. Hey, fellas, rate my team, please, in a 10-team league, full PPR, 2-quarterback league. Hurts, Howell, Najee, Jacobs, Lamb, Ridley. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even need to read the rest of it. That starting lineup right there in a 2-quarterback league, you absolutely killed it. Now, here's the question, though. Who's your QB3? It's Purdy. I'm going to give you an A, bordering on A+.
It's a Purdy one.
Daniel, that's not called for. Daniel Hannon with the $10 donation. Please rate my team. 10-team PPR triple stack of T-Law, Ridley, ETN. Also have Diggs, McLaurin, Ayuk, and Juju at wide receiver. Bijan, Brees Hall, McKinnon, Dillon, Algier at running backs. Tight ends are Komet, Henry with Koo at kicker. Triple stack. So ETN and Bijan with Brees Hall as your RB3. Diggs, McLaurin, Ridley. I'll give that a B+, almost A-. Ryan Walton with the $5 dono. Rate my team in a 10-team PPR. Tua with Chase, Waddle, Pollard, ETN, Hawk, Hall, McPherson, Baltimore, Mike Williams, Watson, Sutton, Mitchell, Harris, Richardson. That's an A- there for me as well. NYC with the $10 donation. Rate my team. 12-team PPR. Burrow with Chase, Pittman, Elijah Moore, Josh Jacobs, Pearson, Kamara, and Kittle. That's a B+ for sure. Abraham with the $5 donation. 10-man PPR. Chase, Hurts, Sun God, Stevenson, David Montgomery, Ridley, Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Jahan Dotson, Gabe Davis, Geno, Freiermuth, Njoku, Jameson Williams. Who should be my flex? I don't know what you can start and can't start, so I can't really give you a flex because I don't know. Can you start 3 wide receivers? Can you start 2 running backs? Do you start 2 flex options? So unfortunately, I'm not really able to answer that for you. But that is all caught up on Super Chats now, and I look off in the corner of my eye, and Jake has the helmet on.
I mean, Kyle, you inspired me, Kyle.
Whew.
That was a hell of a super chat flow right there.
Whew.
So I was just wondering if you had anything left in the tank to count me in, and then you can take a little bit of a break and drink some water.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not even officially week 1, and we are already hopping into the greatest segment in the fantasy sports industry today. If you were to look at me and see me on the street and say, Kyle, who does it better? I would respond to you, nobody! Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Let It Flow in 3, 2, 1, let it flow!
All right, here we go. If you want your questions answered, they got to be shorter so I can read fast. DC Hogs flex Jake or Kyle. We're flexing both of them. Put one of us in a super flex. Ethan has been promoted to a moderator. You're welcome, Ethan. This time I gave you a little bit of responsibility. Michael W. says, Kyle, that was a great flow. Ginger Snowman, LL, fair point, Anna. Probably the right choice. I think he was referring to Ethan. However, I overruled Anna and made Ethan a moderator. Maybe I'm going to regret that. David Hathaway, CMC, and Pollard. Wow, great. Absolutely. That's a great start for somebody's team. Pick one and a flex for standard, both Jay Williams, which I'm guessing is Jamal Williams, Brian Robinson, or Christian Kirk. I can only pick one in a standard league. Give me Brian Robinson, and we'll hope for a touchdown here in week 1. Andrew Tripp says this is his favorite channel. You're damn right it is, Andrew. Purple Haze says this is a big W for Ethan. I hope Ethan feels good about this. Peasy, full PPR, Madison or ETN. Why do I got to choose between one of them, Peasy? Start both of them. Hopefully this isn't a league that I'm in with you. I'm probably still going to lean ETN. OEG official, Brees, Watson, Pacheco, flex week 1. And a 10-man full PPR. I can only pick one of them. Give me Isaiah Pacheco here the first week. Trade CMC for Gibbs and Tyreek. Honestly, Daniel, I don't know the rest of your team, but I don't hate that on the surface. Gaskin or Chandler for none? None? Is that supposed to be none, lunatic? I'm not interested in either one if that's what we're talking about. Litnick says, I love you both. Litnick, I don't know who you're talking to, but I love you regardless. Oh, Dory Hines
Does
says,
Litnick know that we hit 20 new members?
Did we?
Yeah, we're at 32 minus the 10 that were gifted earlier.
I don't know. Now, if he didn't know, now he knows. Oh, Dory. But once again, Kyle, you interrupted my flow. Damn it. Silver Badger, hey, chat, is there a site I can do a super flex mock? I mean, you may be able to go onto Sleeper right now, create your own, and you probably have 11 people in the chat right now that would do it with you. Any worries about Damian Pearson week 1? Ryan Mildenberger. I don't want to say worries. I just don't even have very high expectations. A solid starting running back each and every week. Juju or D-Hop? Give me D-Hop. Full PPR, Juju or Michael Thomas? In a full PPR, I'm still going to lean Juju. I'm sorry, Peasy. I know you're a Saints guy. but in a full PPR, I just think Juju gets more immediate volume. Ethan it's already gone to the Doc's head. He says he has the power. Don't ban everyone, Doc. We need to have some viewers in a live stream. Is Kareem Hunt worth adding off the waiver wire? Or Doyle rules? He is if you have a spot to add him to. Don't drop anybody of any value to do it, though. In a 4-team league, what's your draft strategy? Kryptonis, there is no strategy. Every team is going to be stacked. Just take the players that you love. John the Drummer, Dotson or Sanders in the second flex. The other flex is Mixon. Right now, I feel like the safer option is still going to be Miles Sanders as of right now, but stay tuned for next week. Aaron Stanley says, Kyle, you nailed it, brother. He doesn't seem to care anything about me, but he wanted to make sure that you know that you did a good job. Polo Dude threw off my flow. Hashtag make it trend it. Come on, Polo, put it on social media. Let's see if we can get that trending.
Jake, add Nick real quick.
Do what?
Nick
has done it. 20 gifted memberships from the legend himself, Lit Nick. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you've come from. Now is the time to thank the legend in the chat. Lit Nick donating 20 new members. Hashtag Lit Nick in the chat. Thank you so much from that. RP McMurphy. Jake, I have a big noggin. Does that helmet come in an XXXL? Hell no. This is like a schmedium right here. My head is absolutely crammed. Lit Nick says that is over $69. Nice. Nick is absolutely a dog for sure. Hashtag Lit Nick's all over the chat. Lincoln Jones says, pick me. We have no control over where they go. Nobody does. Once they're donated, YouTube just randomly picks people based off of who is most, active on the site, on the channel. Charlie Pucker. Thanks, Nick. Absolutely. Andrew Tripp. We have Henry or Bijan. Why do I have to pick one of them? Why can't we have both, Andrew? I want both. If it's a PPR scoring league, more than likely I'm probably going to lean towards Bijan by a hair. Jake, how do I join a subscriber league? We didn't do a public subscriber league this year. We just threw out a crap ton of underdog leagues all offseason long. We have Taco Bell got me wild right now. Lit Nick about to be in the bathroom in T-minus 26 minutes. Flo, Big Daddy, my enemy, I am trying. Peasy, Goff or Cousins? I'm going to lean towards Cousins as of right now. We have, Aaron says he also loves me. Well, that's good. I feel a lot better. Now, he says we have the best show on YouTube because of it. That's what I'm talking about. We have Amari Cooper or Drake London for the flex and a half PPR. Kevin, I'm going to go with Amari Cooper. We have Pierce or Dobbins. Give me, if you want to play it safer, it's Pierce. If you want to gamble a little bit, it's Dobbins. How about we go Michael Mayer super late? Honestly, not overly excited about Michael Mayer this year. How will I know if you're picked? The lunatic, you will become highlighted in green, and then you will know once you've been selected. Robert Munoz, appreciate you out there. Would you touch Tua? Nick, this is a family show. I'm not discussing what I would not do with Tua. Should I trade Cooper Kupp right now, James? Yes, you definitely should. The problem is, unless all your league mates live under a rock, you're not going to get anything for him. Is Amari Cooper a solid wide receiver too? Yes, I believe he is. Luke Musgrave or Dawson Knox? Give me Luke Musgrave. We have everybody loving some Lit Nick out there. Dory Hines showing the crispy logos. We have Nick always got to throw this thing on the table. Peasy, no joke. Whenever Lit Nick enters a room, it just flops, right? Just flops on the table. How do you feel about Mike Williams playing some slot this year? Honestly, I don't know if he's going to play very much. That's really going to be Keenan Allen's responsibility, and that's why I think a lot of people still like Keenan Allen due to that safety. We have the Seattle D this week, or the Broncos, or Bangs. Bangs, who's the Bangs? I'm guessing it's the Bengals, and honestly, I don't have all the games in front of me, and I'm such in the middle of flowing right now. I can't give you a great answer on that one. Would you draft Tua? That's a better question, Nick. See how wording can make things look completely different? Yes, I would draft Tua for sure this year. Will I draft him super high? Probably not. More of like a top 12 option. Is Muth a tight end 1 this year? Honestly, I'm on the verge of being a tight end 1 this year. All you need is like 600 yards and a handful of touchdowns, and you can be a tight end 1 in fantasy football. So yes, I think he is. Purple Haze says this shiz is hanging. You better believe it is. The lone boner himself is out there answering questions. The worst ranked tight end you would draft. If you're going off of other people's rankings, it's Mike Gesicki for me. He's at the bottom of the list. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Edgar out there saying he's very thankful for those gifted memberships. Van or Mims, give me Van. Dak or Kirk, give me Kirk. We have Chubb over Eckler, was that a mistake? No, it was not, Deshaun. I think both of them have a huge season. David Montgomery and Sky Moore for Kenneth Walker. You can give up 2 for 1. I mean, if you're solid at wide receiver and you don't need the depth, then I don't mind it. Anthony Richardson, upside or safety? He is way more upside than he is safe. We have Ethan, Mack, or Taylor. If I had to choose one, I guess it determines what the task is to be completed, right? Because they're each good at something individually. It's definitely not Ethan, unless we're talking about moderators. Then he is an all-star moderator, that's for sure. Thoughts on having Kareem Hunt on the bench? Must start once he signs. Not a must start once he signs. Okay to have on your bench as long as you're not giving up anybody of value to get him. David Hathaway says, we in the middle of flow time. Howard would love a membership from Lit Nick. I don't know if you all know each other, but Howard, just so you know, he can't dictate who gets the memberships. What is the max on a stack? 3. Triple stack is as much as I'm going to go, but I don't want more than one person at each position, if that makes sense. Keep flowing. Jake, Raymond, I am trying. I am dripping sweat inside this helmet right now. It's disgusting. Thoughts on Tony Pollard? Love Tony Pollard. I just hope they don't overwork him to the point where he loses efficiency. Kirk or Watson for a wide receiver 2? I still think Christian Kirk is slightly safer. The higher upside is Christian Watson, but a little bit more boom or bust. He has been a moderator for a whole 2 seconds, but it's the most work he's done in weeks. Anna, Miles Sanders and PPR expectations for 2023 top 10. I'm leaning a little bit more towards top 12 to top 15 for Miles Sanders. Would you go crazy if someone went Kelsey first in a full PPR? Will I go crazy? No. Would I personally ever do that? Probably not. Howard G also thinks still the best show on YouTube. Mixon for Mike Williams and Pacheco. I don't know if you have Mixon or the Mike Williams-Pacheco side of things, but more than likely, I probably just keep Joe Mixon. Add Kareem Hunt and drop Zeke Elliott? Probably not. Zeke Elliott's going to have more. We don't even know what's going on with Kareem Hunt, right? We all have ideas. Maybe he goes to Indianapolis. Maybe he goes to New Orleans. Wherever he's going, he's nowhere right now. So I'm still keeping Zeke Elliott because I can see him racking up a couple touchdowns in New England. We got to get Kyle a luchador mask or something. Kyle, we got to find you something to put on your head during flow time, okay? Just make a note. We got Pittman over DJ Moore. No, DJ Moore is higher. Trade Ayuk and Nico Collins for Olave. Yes, if you can do that, I would do that. Fields and Kupp for Jalen Hurts. Fields and Kupp for Hurts. Hurts is an upgrade for sure, but you're basically just giving away Cooper Kupp. If you can maybe just get like a throw and see if you can get like a lower end guy off his bench that has a potential to pop. How about Pacheco or Pirine for running back 2? Give me Pacheco. I'm running out of saliva in my mouth. Paper bag would work. Don't know what PZ is talking about, but he's talking about paper bags. Thanks for the heads up. You absolutely welcome. Give Kyle a wig for Let It Flow. That is tempting. Don't say it, Kyle. Whatever you were thinking, don't say it. Anna was reading your mind for something. Actually, give him a horse mask. No, that would be too hard to hear. Thoughts on Sky Moore? I've been talking up Sky Moore for months. It feels like love Sky Moore. MVS or DPJ? Give me MVS. I wouldn't trust Kupp this year. I really don't either, Warhorse. I want no part of him. If you have Fields, do you need a backup? No, not in the 1 quarterback leagues. Can Romeo Dobbs become a wide receiver 1? That's going to be a tall task. I don't see that happening. Mike Williams or Chris Godwin? Give me Godwin. T-Law or Herbert? Both. I'm probably going to lean towards Herbert just by a hair. Full PPR, Ridley or D-Hop? I'm going with Ridley this year. I love Calvin Ridley. Drafting in 45 minutes. I'm drafting 300 running backs to begin with. Go get it, Howard. For week 1, sit 1. James Cook, Madison, Montgomery, or Mostert? I'm going to sit Mostert first. Mostert or Dotson in week 1? Give me Dotson. Litnick is God tier generous. You better believe he is. Got Sky Moore with my last pick. Love it. Swagrich should take over Kyle's flow. He would probably melt in the robe during the flow. Tua or Daniel Jones? Oh, that's so close. Hang on, let me look here. Tua or Daniel Jones? I have Tua over Daniel Jones. We have Gibbs for Ridley. Need a receiver. Only if you're super stacked at running back. You need to have at least 2 starting running backs if you're going to trade away Gibbs. Ramondre PPR expectations this year. Top 12? Yes. George, what's your thoughts on Dalvin Cook to start week 1? I would prefer not to because we really have no idea what that split is going to be. Edgar says, thank you for your help. You better freaking believe it. Peasy out there gifting 10 memberships. If you received a gifted membership from Peasy, make sure you tell that man thank you. Hashtag Peasy in the chat. Wendy's drafted Gibbs at the 301 over Mixon, Etienne, Ramondre. Are you crazy? Crazy? No, I wouldn't think you're crazy. I mean, I said it in a video before. I don't expect it to happen, but would I be surprised if Gibbs outscores Bijan? I would not. Andre Mello, pick 2 out of Godwin, Pittman, Dotson, DJ Moore, and Sky Moore. It's going to be DJ Moore, and if you want the upside, it's Jahan Dotson. If you'd rather play it a little bit safer, it'd probably be Chris Godwin. Top 3 running backs for me as of right now, heading into the season, we got what? We got McCaffrey, we got Austin Eckler, and I believe our consensus rankings between me and Kyle have McCaffrey, Eckler, and then Bijan in that order. Andre says, thank you. No, thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys do. Howard, thank you very much. E-Man, what's the significance of elite quarterback and a tight end early in a 10-man league? There is no such thing as positional advantage in fantasy football. All you're doing is trading points. If you have a tight end that's elite, you're going to be losing those points somewhere else. So I don't focus on position. You know, people out there saying, oh, yeah, you need to dominate. That's stupid. I don't do that. Brian says he needs a membership. Brian, you can always hit the blue join button right below this video and go ahead and get yourself one. Beautiful. Thank you, bro. Absolutely, Mikey. Appreciate you. It's ETN, a true RB1. He's going to be fringe there, Dalton. Tampa, Chris, Sanders, Pierce, Madison, or Walker. Pick 2 of them. Ooh, man. This could change because we haven't done week 1 stuff yet. So I don't know if this is for the season or for the first week of the season. Right now, though, I'm going with Sanders and Madison. Warhorse, hit that like button, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I would like to listen to a man with the name Warhorse. I don't know if I'd want to tempt him to get angry. De La Seasons, flex 12-man PPR, Herbert, Ayuk, or Moore. You can only pick one of them. I'm probably leaning towards Brandon Ayuk. Eckler or Hill. Honestly, I found myself taking a Tyreek Hill a lot more than I have Austin Eckler this season. Dillon or Dotson for week 1. If you want to play it safe, it's Dillon. If you want to go for a little bit higher of a ceiling, it's Dotson, and that's where I would go. Derrick Henry, a good grab. Have no issues with Derrick Henry this year. Best foosball show, hands down. Brian Fincher says, we tend to agree with you. Full PPR, Hurst or Higbee? I think Hurst is going to be safer, but I love the potential targets going the way of Higbee, especially now that we know we're going to have a cup injury to deal with. Drop Judy for Sky Moore or Pickens? This is hard because I love Sky Moore. Kyle loves George Pickens this year. Jerry Jeudy is already banged up, but if he's 100% healthy, he's over both of these guys for me. So as of right now, I'm probably just hanging tight. Let's hit 700 likes, Michael W. says. Danny Rod, yo, Peasy, thanks for the gifted sub. Peasy, people out there are thanking you, my friend. Zib W says, I'm the GOAT. No, this entire nation is the GOAT. Is Russell Wilson dust? No, he's not. Javonte Williams or Dobbins? Week 1, I'm going Dobbins. Barkley, Pollard, or Chubb? I can only choose one of them. I'm leaning towards Nick Chubb, though, for the safety. Sky Moore, A.J. Dillon on the flex. First week of the season, A.J. Dillon probably going to be slightly safer. Sky Moore, higher ceiling. Thanks for the insight, Jake. No, thank you very much for the support. We have Mostert over Dobbins in your flex. No, I'm still going with Dobbins in week 1. And then Nick says, Kyle, you look sleepy. I'm out. I'm done, Kyle. I'm tapping out, Kyle.
I'm just hanging out.
Man, I wish I could probably squeeze the pads inside of this and get some moisture out of it. And I'll tell you why. I forgot to turn the fan on before we started doing this. And I was cool until I put that helmet on. I can't stop coughing. Wendy's, I was getting parched. Okay, I was parched. Woo. So yeah.
Okay.
We went back to back flow. That was some heavy flow.
It was. All right, everyone. Have a great night. We'll talk to you later. See you.
Yeah, I know, right? That's right. All right, Kyle. We got about 10 minutes left or so. But I know we had some super chats come in while I was flowing in the regular chat. Do you have any idea where we left off?
I could wear for Let It Flow.
You do?
Yeah, Nick actually just reminded me of it. Remember when you did Darth Vader last year?
Yeah.
I'm going to one-up that.
Oh, gosh.
I'll be right back.
Woo. Yeah, Brian, that is some serious head trauma. Like, it is just like, it has squished it. Who knows where he's going, what he's coming back with. He's in pre-beast season mode. He's still caged. No, I think he flowed before me. Remember, he flowed first, so he was just getting a little bit of a break. You know what I like? I like how he flowed and then I gave him a break. I flowed and then he up and leaves, so I have to continue talking. I mean, what are we doing here? Like, this ain't right. He just up and leaves, and now I have to continue to talk after I have no idea how long I flowed for. If it's the sloth outfit you're going to leave, I mean, that sloth outfit had a hole in it before we even started the show. The bald cap, yeah, he could be pretending to be me again. Thomas says St. Brown and DJ Moore at wide receiver with Godwin and Dotson for flexed bench. Do I need to look for a trade to upgrade? Oh no, he's got a Mandalorian helmet on. Kyle, for Halloween, are we going to wear Star Wars helmets? Can he hear me? He probably can't hear anything, can he? He's not even going to be able to get an earbud up in there. This is going to be fun just watching him put an earbud up there. How do you get to Discord if you're a member? You go to Discord.
I can't hear you yet.
I noticed. Discord, settings, connections, new, and then YouTube, and then you're going to log into YouTube inside of Discord. It'll notice your membership and automatically add you to our server. Can you see out of that thing?
Yeah.
You can see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this may be borderline amazing. I feel like I should have had my Darth helmet here.
I mean, well, let me rephrase this. Can I see? Yes. Can I read? I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, that's a problem. Did you happen to look where we left off at before you put that helmet on?
No.
Great.
Have you been doing super chats?
No.
Oh, shit.
That's why I was trying to figure out where we were at.
Oh, boy. Hold on.
Jeez. He never learned to read. I mean, he has moments. But Kyle DeLorean, this is the way. That's right. I feel like we're going to be somewhere around...
Jose Cruz, we got Anthony Rosales, Ricky, Justin Burnett, Guillermo. We got some Momo. Daniel Hannon, SNYC, Abraham. Patrick Thomas with a $5 donation says, thanks for the rating, fellas. Patrick, appreciate you. Joey Manzo becoming a member of Holden Chubb along with GC. GC, you remember last year, I think. Welcome back to the exclusive Headliner Nation. Joey, welcome in for your first time. Zayd, $29.95. Rate my team, 12-team PPR with 2 flex, quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, running back 1, Bijan, running back 2, Breece Hall, wide receiver 1, Chris Olave, wide receiver 2, DK Metcalf, flex 1, Amari Cooper, flex 2, Cam Akers, tight end 1, Dalton Kincaid. I think there's possibilities there, Zay, but unfortunately, I think you have a whole lot of risk as well. Some of that upside just might not be the type of risk that you want to take on a weekly basis, but appreciate your $10 donation. I'm going to give that a B-. Matt C. with a $5 donation. Would you feel comfortable with Bijan at the 1.03 over CMC? I'm concerned about CMC's health and usage. Would I feel comfortable with it? Well, I think Bijan has quite a bit of questions as well. So really it's about personal preference. And what would you want right there? I'm still going to go CMC. Anthony Barrett with the $7 dono. 10-man PPR first 6 picks. CMC, A.J. Brown, Hurts, Mark Andrews, Cam Akers, DJ Moore. Good start. All of it's a good start except for Cam Akers. I would have went someone else there. Roberto with the $5 donation and his first super chat here on the Fantasy Headliners. Roberto, appreciate you. Abraham, running back 2. Who should I start? Montgomery, Cook, or P. Ryan? I'm going to go with the upside of James Cook this week. Iraq Vet with the $10 donation. Rate my team. 12-man PPR with hard caps of 2 quarterbacks, 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs, 2 tight ends, 2 kickers, 2 defenses. Mahomes, Eckler, and ETN. My phone is going off.
That's okay. You made everybody deaf when you yelled a name earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was trying to look at my phone and I can't because it doesn't recognize my face.
You should totally take a phone call with the helmet on.
Mahomes, Eckler, ETN, Cooper, Pittman, Kittle, Jamal Williams, or maybe it's Javonte Williams, Pats, Zerline, Bench, Kirk, Herbert, Mahomes, Thomas, Hurst, Stafford, and Lutz. I'm worried about those wide receivers there. There's potential for a nice amount of upside, but there's not as much upside as I would like. Could it be safe? Yes, but I don't know if it'll have as much upside as I would like. Tadpole with a $2 donation. Does Schultz have a chance of finishing in the top 10? Does he? Yes. Do I think he does? No. Mushmouth.
This is the way, Kyle.
Rate my draft plus change starters. Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, Dallas Goedert, Chris Godwin. Bench, Watson, Hunt, P. Ryan, Robinson, Warren, Dotson. I'll give it a B+, and I'll say you're going to keep all of that. Mushmouth, appreciate your first donation here on the channel. Ricky with a $5 donation. Auction League mock thoughts. Fields, Amon-Ra, Waddle, Olave, Stevenson, Pollard, Gibbs, Kamara, Pacheco, James Cook, Pacheco twice. Elijah Moore and Pat Freiermuth. I would like that team. If that's just a mock draft, I would be happy with that as my actual team. Viking King with the $5 donation. Rate my team in a 12-team league with PPR scoring. 2 flexes as well. Trevor Lawrence, Ridley, DJ Moore, Chubb, Derrick Henry, Freiermuth, Aaron Jones, Nico Collins. On the bench, you have Mingo, Curtis Samuel, Kincaid, KJ Osborne, Jalen Hyatt, and Tajay Spear. So Ridley, DJ Moore, Chubb, Henry, Aaron Jones. I like your top 3 wide receivers. I wish you had another one that you could flex over Nico Collins. I will go with that right now, but definitely wish you had a little bit maybe more consistent option to flex. Mikey S. becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Mikey, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation. Ricky with the $2 dono. Rate these. Dotson, Addison, Elijah Moore, and Sky Moore. Are you asking me to put them in order by week 1, rest of season? If I have to put them in order for entire year, I'll go Dotson, Sky Moore, Addison, and Elijah Moore in terms of upside. Dominique Evans, becoming a member for 22 months. Rate my team. Chubb, Henry, Aaron Jones. It says Moore. I'm assuming DJ Moore. Pittman, Godwin, Kmet, Elijah Moore, James Cook, Mostert, Higbee, Nico Collins, Carr, and I traded Pickens away for Thielen. I would have kept Pickens easy over Adam Thielen. That's just me. Carr is your starter. Don't hate that. Chubb, Henry, Aaron Jones, absolute gold at the running back position. Moore, Pittman, Godwin, decent floor there with Moore providing a little upside for you. I'm going to go with the B, bordering B+.
You actually did pretty well with that helmet on. I'm surprised. I expected it to be a little bit more difficult.
Well, Jake, when
Kyle, do you think we could do an entire show with a helmet on? Each of us?
I don't know.
It would probably suck. People will probably tune in and be like, what the hell is going on?
Does the Mandalorian have the Force or no?
No.
Okay.
Do you watch Star Wars or no? Have you ever seen The Mandalorian? Oh my gosh. Kyle, we need to catch up on some of this. If we're going to be wearing the helmets, we kind of need to know what we're getting ourselves into here.
Why? What do I need to know?
I mean, you just asked if he had the Force.
Look, Ronald Jones dresses up as a football player every week, and he clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't know what's going on. That's awesome. On the flex spot, Pacheco, Cook, Dillon, or Pittman could definitely change because Pacheco and Cook are both pretty high up there. I think right now the safer option may be James Cook, a little bit more risky, Isaiah Pacheco. And then Zay 26 in a half PPR 10-man keeper league. Your keeper is Mahomes in the 5th. You got the 9th pick and then 12 after doing some mocks. The game plan is to go Diggs at 9 and then CD at 12. Or should I go double running back? Well, I wouldn't go double wide receiver. I would definitely at least try to grab one running back, if not 2. It depends. Like if Diggs is sitting there, I have no problem going Diggs and then a running back to kind of give you more of a balanced lineup. What I'm talking about, Kyle. For a preseason, I guess it's still technically preseason. Let's tell the people what the plan is before we get out of here, Kyle. So tomorrow, regular season content starts tomorrow. So what can you expect from us in season? Well, you're going to have every Monday a waiver wire show. Yes, even tomorrow you're going to have a waiver wire show, even though the season hasn't even started yet. Kyle's going to kind of dig a little bit deeper to find some of those guys that maybe you want to stash on the bottom of your bench. Maybe you drafted somebody that's going to be injured or out, or maybe you could add somebody to IR. You have an open spot, whatever. So that show will come out on Mondays. And then we're going to have start-sit shows once again for each of the 4 major positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. We're going to have the same thing for rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. The doc is going to be here weekly giving an injury show, so you know how to deal with injuries to the players that you have on your rosters. We're then also going to be doing a live stream every single week with a new partner, which we will announce here pretty soon, in order to do some underdog pick'ems, because we won a lot of money last year, so we want to win a lot of money again this year. Does that light come on? If it does, he has no idea how to work it. We're also going to have another show with the doc and the lone boner himself. They're going to be doing a duo show together. Me and Kyle will be here every Saturday night for a Saturday night live stream, typically at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We can kind of play around with the time and see what works best. Typically 9 p.m. seems to kind of be that sweet spot, so we can get West Coast as well. And then Sunday mornings, members only live streams. Kyle usually does that right around 11:30 or so in the morning up until kickoff for members only in the chat. So a ton of content coming up here starting tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the off-season content. A lot of work goes into a lot of those episodes, and I know I'm speaking for the Mandalorian himself over there. We appreciate all the support you guys have showed us here over the last few months. Right, Kyle, are you even awake?
Huh? What?
Did you hear anything that I said?
I agree.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, Python, welcome to Holden Chubb.
Jalen
also,
Waddle this week.
Who?
Jalen Waddle.
Yes. Brad Booth, been a member for 28 months. Such a sweet helmet, Kyle. Looking forward to some football. Appreciate all the works you guys have put in the whole offseason. Brad, thank you very, very much. We appreciate that as well. We've been live for 2 hours. Kyle, I think we need to start working on tomorrow's content. Do you agree?
I'm ready to go, baby.
That's right. Kyle is ready. I'm ready. Be sure to hit the little bell notification if you haven't already, because you want to make sure you get all the information we put out first thing when it drops, so you can be sure that you're ahead of your league mates this year, so we can walk away with all kinds of trophies and bragging rights and all kinds of stuff. Right? All right, Kyle, take us away. You're in charge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you tuning into this episode of the Fantasy Headliners, this live stream. Hold on.
People are going to be tuning in right now going, why is he wearing a Mandalorian helmet?
I'm trying to make sure I have the right stuff set up to transition out of here.
Take the helmet off. If we just get cut off the internet, this is all Kyle's fault.
I can't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow for week 1 content. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Peace out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Love you all.
You can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win.